Boop. We're in the game. What were we doing last time? I don't remember. I also realized that... There we go. Ah, I've missed that music, guys. I've missed that music. Oh, and we're back. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I needed to get an invite to the Animancy hearing delegations, and I could do that by either siding with the Crucible Knights or... It was either going to be the Crucible Knights or the Dozens. I feel like I know more about the Crucible Knights, and I'm probably going to end up going with them purely because of that. But the Dozens, they kind of interest me. I want to find more about them, but I have no idea how I would do that because I don't even know. I know that the Crucible Knights are at Crucible Keep, but where are the Dozens located? I mean, I was just going to go straight to the Keep and figure out what do. But now I'm thinking, maybe I want to go and... Maybe I want to go and find where the Dozens are. Which I immediately think that the harbour side is going to be where they'll be. Because that's like the only place I've encountered their members. Is it Ondra's Gift? I think that's the name of the harbour area, right? Yep. I feel like this is the only place I've encountered them, and therefore that must be where they're based. I just don't know who to talk to. But we'll find out. We'll figure it out. Oh. Wonderful. I've been doing a lot of songwriting lately. A lot of songwriting. I think I've kind of had a bit of a... I don't want to say rough patch, because that makes it sound miserable and sad. A bit of a dry spell, I suppose you would say. For literally like the past 2 years, in regards to like songwriting. And I think I may be starting to get out of it. I think part of it is that with the new job, there is a lot of time for just sort of reflecting on things and thinking whilst you're working. Because it's like I've said, it's a pretty damn physical job. But it's a physical job that tends to be done alone. So there's a lot of time to just kind of think about things. And so that's kind of like the perfect opportunity to like come up with lyrics and things like that. Or little riffs in my head. In my country, they just adopted a new tax, a sun tax. Instead of stimulating households to get solar panels, they increased their tax bill. Because that's a really good idea, right? Oh, jeez. This is why I don't like talking about politics, especially on stream. Like, I'll be honest, guys, I don't really watch, like, mainstream media news that much anymore. I normally watch it maybe, I don't know, once a week. Purely because that's all I can tolerate at this point. I get so fucking, just, I suppose, offended by the shit that goes on. There's so much shit going on in the world, and I don't know. I don't like to think about it. And I mean, I know that's not like really, there are plenty of people that want to get up on the soapbox and start saying like, and would probably say, oh, well, you're just burying your head in the sun. It's like, yep. Yeah, of course I am. I can't deal with everyone else's problems. I can hardly deal with my own problems. So what chance do I have of dealing with anyone else's? It's best to kind of focus on yourself, I think, most of the time. Focus on being the best you can be, and then, you know, maybe you can make the world a little bit better as a result of that. I just got free solar panels, insulation, and an air source heat pump for free from a government scheme. Wow, wee wah! Holy shit! Is that specifically in Wales, Josh? I haven't heard anything like that in England, but I mean that could just be through lack of trying, I suppose. Did you ever measure your IQ? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done an IQ test. I also think that IQ tests are really overrated. Hashtag jealous. Yeah, I know, right? With that being said, I did buy myself a nice warm electric heater. Specifically for this room, because this room is the coldest in the house, which is why I've worn the same fucking jumper for like the last 6 streams because this is the warmest jumper I have. My God. I'm fully dressed and I'm streaming. That's not right. I should be like sat in my boxer shorts. I should be sat in a pair of boxer briefs with a vest on and not a baseball cap. I wouldn't. I very rarely wear baseball caps. But, you know, that's like the typical streamer look, right? But no, yeah, I never measured my IQ. I don't really think it's much of a thing that people seem to, well, anyone that I know looks into. I think it's all the UK. It's called Eco 4. Well, guys, bear with me while I take Josh's advice and look this up. Energy company obligation grants. Ooh. I might actually have to bookmark this. This could be very useful this winter. So if you own / rent a property that is heated with electricity, oh no, we have a gas boiler, so never mind. And receive income related benefits. I also don't, so never mind. No, I don't think my household would be eligible. You may still qualify under the LA Flex scheme. Might be worth looking into. Oh, you had an oil boiler, and you were still able to get it. That's interesting. It said specifically electric. But then again, I suppose. Well, no, if it's oil or gas, then it's still gonna be counted as oil or gas. It's not gonna. I don't know. Maybe they're flexible with it. What's all this IQ talk? Is that like barbecue? Oh my God, IQ, so boring, right? But barbecue, oh, that's where things get exciting. Does Eco 4 also cover the batteries / accumulators? Those are the most expensive component of solar energy. I think that's a question for Josh. The new air source heat pump is electric? Ah. Shit. Yeah, I'm probably going to... Well, I'm definitely going to take a look into that. Maybe over the weekend when I've got time. Oh, it did not cover batteries. Yeah, that could be pretty friggin' useful. I mean, with that being said, we really do not get a lot of sunlight where I am. And by not a lot of sunlight, I mean like, oh geez, what are we getting at the minute? The sun rises about 8:30 in the morning, and it sets at about 3:30 in the afternoon. So we're getting like 7 hours of sunlight, and it's going to get lower and lower. I think it normally does. It normally does just get lower and lower. But God, yeah, like it's at the point where if you work a weird shift pattern at the minute where I am, you can very easily wake up in the dark and get home in the dark. Which is such a horrible feeling. I don't know about you guys, but if you guys ever had to do that, like where, you know, you work, obviously not working at home, this is, you work at a company or whatever, and so you start your day off and you start early, so you get up and it's dark, and then you go to work, and then by the time you're leaving the office or the premises or whatever, it's dark again. It's such a horrible feeling. Britannia is also a good place for wind. Yeah, it's really good for wind power. Really good for wind power. A lot of the people in my area have been complaining about wind power for years and saying like, oh, it's a blight on the landscape, and they don't want them offshore and they don't want them onshore. Me personally, I don't give a shit. Give me it. Put one like, you know, as long as it's not right behind my house, like put it, you know, like, I don't know, somewhere on that. There's a lot of empty land here. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of empty land with nothing around it. You know, like my house, realistically, where's the nearest house next to mine? I don't know, like 2,000 meters away, something like that, at a rough estimate. Like they're kind of spread out, and there's not all that many of them. And then after that, it's probably like 2 miles before the next house. So it's like so rural. There's nothing here. Just build them, supply everyone with energy, and we're sorted. Boom. I know it's not as simple as that, but it would be nice if, you know, if we did, I don't know, invest in that sort of thing. But yeah. Either way, I need to find the dozens, right? So let's do that. What's this? It doesn't say, which makes me think that this might be it. Also, a few years ago, I heard of some project in Britain working on capturing ocean wave and tidal wave energy. I've not heard anything about tidal energy. I mean, I know of it, but I haven't heard of any schemes to do with tidal energy. Again, it's the sort of place that would really benefit from that sort of thing, I think. But I'm not familiar with anything that's going on at the minute with that. Okay, these are not the dozens. These are not the men I'm looking for. Goodbye. Wait, maybe I killed the dozens, because I did have to kill some of them to save that woman. I think she was a scrivener, possibly. Oh, who are you? I got as much right to stand here as you guys going into that whorehouse. They don't like what I got to say, they can go someplace else. Wait. I fucking found the bastard that killed that boy. I'm going to show him the dagger. This belonged to you. That's mine, all right, and no one touches my dagger and lives. Nah, I'd like to see you fucking try, you son of a bitch. I'm going to fucking kill you and all your friends. This is what you get for killing a small boy. These guys are going to be pushovers, right? I'm sure they will be. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. We're all good. These will be like some low-level noobs. Yep. I wish they put up... Oh, it's still alive. I wish they put up more of a fight so that it would feel more fulfilling that I just butchered a murderer, but they did not, so that felt kind of empty, not gonna lie. But the boy has been avenged. The boy has been avenged. Whorehouse, that's so not politically correct. House of Lady Favors. The house where they exchange lady favors, I believe is how Grog phrases it. Is this place on the... Ramshackle house. Ooh, could the dozens be in here? So far I'm finding everybody but the dozens. Where do I remember your name from?
Greetings.
Something about the brothel. Yes, we do have an understanding. I totally remember that. House of Nice Ladies. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I could never understand that sort of line of work or that sort of thing, shall we say. Like, I know that a lot of people tend to go visit Amsterdam, don't they, and go to the red light district. I could not fucking do that. Something about it just, I mean, to each their own, right? But, like, something about it just seems so fucking strange to me. Wailing. Oh, they actually renamed it? Jesus. Maybe I should go check that place out. They're not going to be in the trading company. I've already been in there. Otter's house, perhaps? That's our good friend Kolfager, who I believe the Dominels want to kill. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that might be... I want to go check this place out anyway, to see if she's actually refurbished it. But other than that, I'm not really sure where the dozens might be hiding. It might just be that I have to go with the Crucible Knights purely out of the simple fact that I have no idea where the dozens are. I have not even met their leadership yet. Although they do consider me an ally, strangely enough. Oh, wow. She's been busy. Yes, please. I'll take that book. A lot of commoners in here. They must feel really, really great to be, you know, in the company of such a fine lord of, you know, of Cadnua as myself. Oh, there she is. How do you like what I've done with the place? The rooms are still under construction, but I can get you food and drink if you'd like. I mean, it's definitely better than having to go to the brothel to, you know, buy stuff. Let's see what you got. The Duke's own beef loaf? Beef loaf? What the fuck is beef loaf? I'm assuming that's just like meatloaf, but only beef. Isn't the point of meatloaf that it's supposed to be filled with different types of meat? Like, beef loaf just seems like a real lazy meal, in my humble opinion. Alright, we'll take those. I feel like I want to keep this mask. Or hood or whatever it is. How far are we off? Oh god, I'm really low on the camera, aren't I? Ugh, there we go. A bit higher. Ow! How far are we off on construction? 2 days. Thanks. Okay. So, it's upstairs is under construction, so let's forget about that. I can't wait for you to reach the giant undead Diabor boss battle. Diabor? That sounds like something that I would encounter in the White Marches. Or in, Every time I think about... Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go off on a tangent. Another tangent, right? I started playing around with, you know how, like, AI art is becoming a thing? I started playing around with one of the generators, / editors that's available. Oh, Dire Bear. I thought you said boar. Never mind. Dire Boar was so much more interesting to me purely because of, well, what I'm about to say. But I started playing around with one of these AI art generators. And to start with, I was trying to make some album artwork because like I said earlier, I've been working on a lot of music lately, like songwriting, and it's not the usual stuff. It will not be going on the YouTube channel. It's like, it's band stuff rather than fucking sea shanties and soundtrack sort of stuff. I realized that the way I said that made it sound as though I somehow look down on the sea shanties and whatnot. I do not. I really enjoy that sort of stuff. I enjoy the soundtrack stuff as well, like Weep for Menepherin, for instance. But there's definitely like a clear-cut difference in my head between that style of songwriting. In fact, I don't really consider that songwriting for the most part. If like an original piece like The Banished Flame that's on YouTube, on the channel, to me that's less songwriting and more about sound design, whereas songwriting is like, bass guitar, electric guitar, vocals, etc. Yeah, I've been doing more of that style of songwriting lately, trying to get something going with that. Maybe even get some live, maybe get back to live performing. That'll be fun. Unfortunately, there's not all that much time in my schedule, but we'll see. But yeah, so I've been doing some more of that. And so I was using the AI art generators and editors to try and make some artwork that I could write to. And it went pretty well. I got some stuff that I'm really fucking happy with. Very inspiring, I suppose you would say. And then after that, I started thinking about like old D&D campaigns that I played. Or that I ran, should I say. And I started, feeding phrases into them from stories that obviously unfolded during my campaigns. And boy, oh boy, it was such a nostalgia trip seeing some of those things like physically created, And it made me really excited to get back to playing some D&D, which is probably going to happen in the new year, I think, because December's going to be incredibly busy for me from now on. It's going to be even busier than it was last week. And it's probably going to be that way until like mid-February, if not afterwards. So I'll probably have to wait until after that. But I'm looking forward to starting D&D again with a couple friends. Because boy oh boy, I've missed sitting around and just rolling dice and telling stories. It's such a fulfilling pastime. But yeah. So AI art generators, look into them, guys, because some of the stuff that it was coming out with was so cool. So cool. But yeah. I've been in a very like nostalgic mood as of lately. Or as of late, should I say. In the sense that like, I don't know, I've been going back and listening to albums that I haven't listened to since I was much younger. And I've been writing music which I haven't really written in the style of for years and years and years. All these sorts of different things. And especially because I'm kind of like back in the same, well, not the same location, but a near enough location to where I grew up that I can go and visit the places that I grew up around. It's crazy going back to those places and being hit with a wave of nostalgia and being like, geez, why can I picture the people that I was with, like, 15 years ago, if not 20 years ago, walking around that street corner right now? Like, why can I picture that so vividly in my head? It's really strange after living somewhere else for so long. An issue with AI art is its copyrightability. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain on that at the minute. That is something that I've already made a note that I need to look into. I'm fairly certain that if I was to... Well, I mean, for starters, technically, if I didn't say that I would never encourage this, guys, but if I did not disclose that where the art was created, I don't think anything would stop me from using it as like an album cover, for instance, and going from there. But in addition to that, in a manner that I think is much more palatable and much more less shady, I suppose. If I was to modify the art by myself and actually edit it and change it to a degree where it was vastly different than what I started with, then I don't think there would be a problem with copyrightability. But at the end of the day, I also wouldn't. I don't really care too much about the images that would go on the front of releases. If people steal them and use them for something else, so be it. I'm more bothered about the music side of it, I suppose. But yeah. Definitely been some cool ones that have came up though, from a lot of very weird phrases. Like, what was the one I tried? Because the one that the editor that I'm working with at the minute involves entering like sentences and descriptions. I think they all work that way to some extent, or at least all that I've seen. What was the phrase I entered? I think I was in a pretty cynical mindset in regards to like music. And so I think the idea sort of came to me because I was like, oh geez, these days it really feels like there's a lot of the same thing. It was the same when I was growing up. And I'm not talking about like big successful music industry. I'm talking like local performers and whatnot, Like whenever I was growing up and I was playing in bands and, as a solo artist and everything else that came with that, there was always... I'll rephrase this. It always felt like it was the same... I was hearing the same thing be performed over and over and over by different people. And that I don't just mean like, oh, they were playing the same cover song, for instance, if they were a cover band. But even their originals, a lot of the time, it just reeked of the same style or the same essence. And I think the reason for that is because if you think about some of the great bands that exist in the world or did exist, let's say like Led Zeppelin, for instance. I think there's a lot of people that would say Led Zeppelin, is a pretty great band. Or Black Sabbath, or Iron Maiden, or The Who, or countless other bands that are getting on a bit in their age, but generally speaking, they are widely accepted as being very good and very influential. When you look at bands like that, and the sort of songwriting process for them and where they take their influences from. You've got blues, you've got classic rock, you've got folk music in there. You've got all these different genres that influence is taken from that then form what we know as that band's music. Whereas when I was growing up, and still the case now, it feels like, there were a lot of people who would start writing music and would imitate, to some extent imitate, bands which they thought were inspirational, but they were just indie bands that have taken inspiration from other indie bands, which took inspiration from other indie bands, which took inspiration from other indie bands. And so it all sounds the same. You know, there's no cross breeding between like blues, jazz, country, folk, pop music. There's no sort of cross breeding. It was a lot of just the same stuff. Like the big example for long enough was the Arctic Monkeys. There was the Arctic Monkeys, and who else? I suppose the Strokes as well, but they came before the Arctic Monkeys. And for long enough, all bands in like the local area I grew up in just wanted to be the Arctic Monkeys. So every song they wrote sounded like an Arctic Monkeys song, and every song that other bands wrote near them sounded like an Arctic Monkeys song. And I don't know. I think that sort of cynical opinion that I have, what was it that I even entered? I entered something along the lines of crowds of people gather to watch a man on stage spreading butter on toast. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along the lines of that. And I don't know, I could give you some really fucking pretentious reason that I did that, but there is no pretentious reason. It was literally just because I was like, it feels like that's what people would be willing to go and watch if they're willing to watch the same or listen to the same thing over and over and over again on repeat. And it came back with some really interesting images based on that, which didn't necessarily have anything to do with what I entered. They had some sort of examples of some sort of nod to what I'd entered, but a lot of the time it would just be like groups of people in like a weird art style, and it looked pretty cool. Tentacle anime waifu, oh my god, no. Some can take image prompts. That seems more effective in the Shadiversity vid I watched. Really? Let me head over to... Let's try and search for it. Actually, Josh... oh, no, I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to bother you with that, actually. I was going to say, could you maybe send a link in chat to that video? But I can probably find it real easy myself. Let's see. YouTube suppression, AI art, shadow banning. I don't think that's it. Expert comic artists share thoughts about AI art. Will it destroy comic books? I don't think so at all. I don't think AI art is going to get rid of any professional artists out there, apart from the ones that maybe aren't successful to start with and therefore maybe just aren't, going to do as well anyway. Like the only reason I'm going with AI art is because, number one, I think it looks kind of cool. But at the same time, I realize it only goes so far, like I can only get so close to what I'm picturing in my head. Like having a personal touch, or the personal touch, should I say, that comes from having an artist work on something for you, that can never be replicated, like faces. The AI is not very good with faces. It's better with animal faces, I feel, than human faces. Like, success rate for faces is kind of debatable. Really does depend. But either way, so it's a Shadiversity vid, and it's about image prompts. I'll have to look it up later. Can't find it right now. Anyway, that's kind of like my little ramble, I suppose, about I suppose multiple things there, right? Like music, but also AI art generators and all that good stuff. But yeah. I mean, maybe I'll make some of that public. But, I don't know. I think when it comes to writing... When it comes to songwriting and releasing actual... Well, releasing actual marketable releases... God, that's a weird way of phrasing it. Releasing actual marketable releases. Releasing things that are actually marketable. And more than just, you know, something that I put on my YouTube channel. I don't think I'll market that through the channel or through the YouTube channel or whatever. I don't think I'll do that because I feel like it'll have more of a tie to my private life than to my online life, most likely. It's called The Abstract Horror and Glory of AI. Oh, that was the first one that came up. I did not think that was it. I thought that... Never mind. Okay. First one that comes up, I will remember that. So it's The Abstract Horror. In fact, actually, I'm going to write it down right now so that I don't forget. So, Abstract Horror. Swords, okay. Right. We'll try and remember to check that out then. Are you a trader or...
Gods keep you.
Yep, indeed you are. Could I go and... Ooh, someone else that I haven't spoken to.
Good day, stranger.
An old man paces the docks and looks out over the water. He's fussing over something large and round, which he constantly shifts from one hand to the other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed, gape-mouthed expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. You don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some extra coppers, would you? Oh, you're going to get me to do something criminal, right? He shows you the object in his hand. It's a large round opal with Engwyfan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Tell me about this missing cargo. We started in Cold Morn and we were making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went, business as usual. What exactly happened? When we reached Ina's Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called Clearban Relag. I might actually want to go and check this ship out just in case it has anything useful there, because obviously I just went there. I just went to Clearban Relag, or Rylag. A couple of the lads snuck a peek at the cargo, saw suits of armor and a broken scepter. Ooh. Don't know why anyone would want a broken anything, but these animancers will buy dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the screaming started. I've seen my share of barroom brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about. When they didn't come back, I looked into the hold. He shudders. I saw one of those suits of armor walking. Oh, it was those things. The what were they called? The automatons, like the animated suits of armor. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. He squeezes his eyes shut. So how did the ship get here? He rolls a stone between his hands. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could. I feel like one guy can't pilot a ship, right? Maybe he's being dishonest. But I hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbury. I barely made it to Andra's Gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I'd given up on the cargo, not to mention the payday. When one of the lads pulled this up in his nets, he shows you the opal again. It's part of that scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet you anything they're somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd be profit to follow. Those creatures you described sound like animats. Animats, that was it. They were probably guarding the relic. Whatever they were, they cut down the rest of the crew like straw dummies. I doubt a little salt water would have rusted them any. Have you talked to the Crucible Knights about this? And admit that I was smuggling relics? I doubt they'd arrest me, but I also doubt I'd see any coin from this mess. There must be a reason you haven't gone looking for the rest of the artifact yourself. I'm lucky to have escaped the ship like I did. I'm not taking a chance with those things. What happens if I find the rest? You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an animancer friend from my expedition days who'll find you a stack of coppers. All I want out of this is a few £100 for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you the stone and the name of my contact once you have everything else. Seeing as the kid dredged this stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. About the relic. Do you have any idea what your Animancer friend wants with this relic? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was the fool, retiring to some dusty study in Brackenbury. But after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Okay. Tell me about Andra's gift. Okay, so nothing about the dozens, right? It doesn't sound like a dear wooden name. It's because it isn't. I'm from the Ixamatal? Anakats? Yeah, Anakats. Such a fearsome foe. A broad savanna north of the Deerwood. Not so different from the ocean in a way. There are places where you can stand and turn a full circle and see nothing but the winds making waves in the grass. Interesting. But at moments like this, I wonder what business a plainsman like me had taking to the water. Okay, well, farewell. So if we go down here, we can find... I'm assuming... Ooh. Oh, okay. Never mind. God, there's a lot of shit down here. Oh, there we go. Haha. Oh, there's a crate there as well, but I can't go up that right now. Huh. Oh, of course. Pearl. Ooh, some gold. Nice. Yeah, so I should probably be in scouting mode, I think. Oh, shit. Actually some mats down here. Yikes. Okay. I didn't realize they were over there. Right, let's go ahead and Let's do one of these on you. Let me go for that one. You guys go for that one. Nice. Oh shit, no, you're... Wrong person, never mind. Maybe a little bit of confusion. Shit, is she already pissed off? Oh, at least we got a rain blight on side.
This thing isn't doing the job. This thing isn't doing the job.
It's okay, Adair. I just need you to soak the
This thing
pits.
isn't doing the job.
I don't need you to be good in combat.
That's the... Very helpful.
Stand still. Answer wound.
This thing isn't doing...
Such a loud sound effect. Such a loud sound effect. Right, okay, so there's one more thing over here. Oh, minor endurance and some silver. Nice. And a load of stuff. Right. I'm assuming this will have the last bit. Is that it? Is that it all? Oh no, there was another... There's 3 bits, isn't there? I believe I've only found 2. Yeah, I think there's one more bit left. So let's go scouting mode. Can't, Oh no, I can go over it. It didn't look like it was going to let me go over it. Right. So, we're looking for the last piece of the puzzle. Which does not appear to be here.
This may prove useful.
Maybe, possibly. Nope. Fine warboat. Oh, yikes. Okay, maybe it's over the other side. Nope, can't go that way. Down here? Maybe, possibly. Oh, yeah, I think we're fine. Right, so, let's go ahead and try that on you. Try that on you. Get interdiction in that. It's actually dropping pretty quick. Oh, well, you are. There goes that sound again. Right, so I think it was over here, there. Yeah. Okay. Is this it? Haha! Yes, I think that's it. Okay. Let's have a quick look and see if there's anything else down discreet. Because I doubt I'm going to come back down here anytime soon. Can I just talk to him from down here? It'd be way easier. Nope, never mind. Out of sneaking mode.
Good day to you.
I have 3 pieces. You mean you got past those armored monsters? I don't know how. Listen, if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. He holds up the opal, and the name of someone who'll buy it all. All I want is 200 pans for getting the cargo here. Sounds fair? It does seem pretty fair. You want 200 pans for locking the rest of the crew in the hold and sinking the ship? Oh. Oh. Did you practice offline? How come no one died yet? You know, I did not practice offline. I think what it is that we're in an area that is for lower level parties. And so we're breezing through the quests here. Boy oh boy. I mean, I don't think he did lock them all in the hold and then sink the ship. I don't think he would have deliberately done that. So it's just, yeah, we've got a deal. We've got a deal. You'll want to go to the Brackenbury Sanitarium and find Nans. She'll know more about this artifact. I know for a fact she's bought them from our crew before. Okay, how's business? I'll be glad to sail with captains who are more careful about their cargo from now on. I don't give a worm's wings about the Duke's trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight ancient horrors. I just want to enjoy my twilight years doing an honest day's work. Okay, well, farewell. Right, so that is our Engwyffin scepter repaired and ready for sale. Right, Brackenbury. Oh no, sanitarium. Specifically the sanitarium. So we're gonna head there. Ooh. I hope that the trials aren't like timed or something like that, you know? It would really suck if I suddenly find out, oh, you missed out. The trials are over. I don't think they will be. I don't think the game is that smart. Let me see. Okay. Right, so I am going to hand this quest in, and then I think this is it, right? Yeah. I'm gonna hand this quest in, and then I'm gonna take a toilet break, and maybe get another beverage. Probably not an alcoholic one though. Okay. Oh, can we actually take what's? Oh, apparently we can. Nice. So Nans is the person we're looking for. God, so many books that I can just take. This is the worst library ever. I can just take everything. Nobody's making me check them out or anything. Nope. You are not Nans. I get the feeling Nans is probably downstairs. Oh no! She's right there.
Gods keep you.
I'm afraid I don't practice anymore, child. Too busy with my research. Imatal sent me. He said you'd be interested in these scepter pieces we found. The chatty old fishwife's been babbling about me. Fishwife? I thought Imatal was a man. He definitely was. He had a beard. I don't think he was a bearded lady. Never trust your secrets to a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyway, let's see what you've got. Imatal told you true. I'll buy this. Unfortunately, a broken scepter isn't as valuable as he may have led you to believe. She steals a glance at your face, but her fingers tighten around the piece in her hands. I'll take it off you for 500. Nonsense. This could be easily repaired by someone with the proper skills. I've got the skills, all right, and you know more than the average relic hunter I see. Yeah, you just tried to stiff me out of good money. What a bitch. What a bitch. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy, expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in a fiend's blood compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. I'm giving you a rare opportunity to work with an Engwythian scepter. Surely you can bring the price down. Aye, perhaps if you want to bargain and haggle with every dragonblood vendor and imp horn merchant in the city. She puffs her sagging cheeks. Very well, you can have the satisfaction of working an old woman to an early grave for only 1,500. 1,500 it is. I expect you'll want to watch and see that your money's put to good use. Better get comfortable then. Okay, so she's gonna like do this for me then, and potentially give me the item, I'm assuming. After what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall with you and presents the scepter. Looking at it, you'd never know it had been broken in the first place. Ding dang dang. This may be the finest work I've ever done, if I may say so, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Examining a piece like that is a dream come true for someone in my field. Take good care of it. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, farewell then. Right, so the scepter. Where's the scepter? Is that it? Yes, it is. I think it's Alof that uses a scepter. Yeah, which is going to be better though. Ooh, that looks. Why is it's got actual artwork? It must be amazing. Okay, let's. Speed is fast. Range is 10 on both. Plus 20% raw damage. Plus 20% attack speed. Accurate 4 plus 15 accuracy plus 15% damage. Yeah, we've already got. I think this is better. So maybe we'll just sell the scepter, and we'll lose 500 gold from it. Feels kind of bad. Different kind of lady favors. She polished your scepter. She did polish the scepter. She fixed it and polished it. Okay. Well, that's that done. Nice. I don't know how far off dinging we are right now. I feel like last time I remember checking and we were barely into the level. Oh no, wait, we're doing okay. Okay. Okay, like 2/3 of the way there. Wow, we were. I feel like we're leveling quicker than I expected. What level actually are we now? 8th? Yikes. Okay, well. As discussed previously, I'm going to go ahead and take a little break and go to the bathroom and whatnot. And I'll be back in like, let's say 5 minutes, if that. I'll be back soon, guys. Until then, keep it on. Maybe get yourself a tasty beverage. You know, or a slice of cake. Yes. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll be back soon. See you in a little bit, guys. Goodbye.
Svenzak, Arkast Vignolos in från Svenzak.
We walk in the footsteps of our fathers, the trail blazed by our mothers. They bought the land with their blood long ago, long ago. Oh, sing of a never end. Weep for the blood of Amen. Oh, cry for a never end. Long ago, long ago. to the sun. Green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. Ruka Duka soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chews tobacco, hookah dooka soda cracker, yeah. Green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. Redhead girl, run to the wall. Don't you stumble, don't you fall. Don't you sing, and don't you shout. When you see come running out, hollering green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. Now when I go by Baltimore, there ain't no carpet on my floor. Come along and follow me. We'll go down in history. Oh, Santillana gained the day. Away, Santillana. Napoleon of the West, they say. Along the plains of Mexico, well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. She's a fast clipper ship and a bully good crew. Away, Santillana, and an old salty Yank for a captain too. Along the plains of Mexico, well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. Oh, Santillana fought for gold. Away, Santillana. Around Cape Horn through the ice and snow. Along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. Well's on the field of Molly Del Rey. Away, Santillana. Well, both his legs got blown away along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. It was a fierce and bitter strife. Away, Santillana. The General Taylor took his life along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. Oh, Santillana, now we mourn. Away, Santillana. We left him buried off Cape Horn. Along the plains of Mexico.
Hello guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Apologies. There was a queue for the bathroom, and I was not first. Okay. So, Veldraxis asks, will Kessler stream Friday? I probably have more time to watch then. Veldraxis, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I will, yeah, I'm aiming to stream tomorrow and Friday. Same start time as tonight, 6 p.m. GMT, both days. I'm not 100% certain on how, let me go ahead and just mute that. I'm not 100% certain on how long I'll be streaming on Friday. Aiming to do, well, the streams this week, I'm aiming to do between 3 and 4 hours. With having work the morning after and whatnot. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow and Friday as well. So hopefully I will see you there. Right, so what were we doing now then? I feel like I've picked up so many side quests that I'm struggling to stay on track for the main quest line. Speaking of which, I don't even think we have a main. Oh no, of course we do. It's either the Dozens or the Crucible Knights. Well, guess what? I have no idea where to find the Dozens. I think I'm gonna have to side with the Crucible Knights purely because of that. In which case, first fires. Let's go speak with the Crucible Knights. There we go. Wunderbar. Right, and they are just up here, I believe. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I don't know what we'll play on Friday. I might leave it up to you guys as to whether or not we do more Pillars or more Baldur's Gate. I'm also, honestly, not sure what I want to do tomorrow. I did think about playing something totally random and not, you know, on the usual schedule. But we'll see. We'll see. Definitely not Pathfinder. Definitely not Pathfinder. Because once I invest one stream into Pathfinder, that I have to, you know, invest a further fucking 50 streams into Pathfinder. Needy streamer, Selby, hello. No. I also will not be playing Doki Doki Literature Club, ever. As it turns out, because it would appear that Doki Doki Literature Club, according to some streamer that I heard talking about it, apparently that game friggin' like shares the name of your PC and finds your real name based on the name of your PC. If your PC happens to be called, like, I don't know, Johannes's PC, then it would call me Johannes. But yeah, I definitely will not be playing that. That seems like such a fucking breach of privacy. Like, fuck Doki Doki. You would definitely like that Road Warden game I linked in Discord. Let's pause the game right now. Let me open it up. I did actually look at it on Steam. I want to say like a week ago. But I've been looking at quite a lot of games as of late because I've been kind of thinking, oh boy, I've got a pretty sweet wage coming in at the minute. Wouldn't it be nice if I bought myself some games? Probably not going to. Probably just going to save. I really want to spend money on this room and have it become a nice little streaming room. To the point where, you know, honestly, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking that eventually I honestly might get rid of the green screen and actually have my room on show. Like the stream room. It's just, I want to make it look nice, you know? Johannes is the president of my country. He owns my PC. We are more alike than people realize, apparently. I forgot about that. They use it to good effect in the game, though. They use it to good effect in the game. Wait, what? Oh, you mean the it finding your name? Yeah, I mean, maybe I'd try it off stream for a quick lol, but I definitely would not try it on stream. So Road Warden. So everyone knows to stay away from the world. I'm not gonna read through what the game through text boxes that are screenshots. I'm not gonna read that because it'll spoil the game for me. Let me just try and look over the description. Road Warden is an illustrated text-based RPG that uses isometric pixel art and combines mechanics borrowed from RPGs, visual novels, adventure games, and interactive fiction. Oh, is there romance? Is there romance in it? I love a good romance in an RPG. That's the best place to find OTPs, right? Okay, here we go. This is a larger description. A brave stranger putting your life on the line to make a difference in this grim fantasy world. I kind of like the art style. It's like really weird, washed out sepia filter. While most people would never risk a solitary journey through the wilder parts of the land, you willingly accept the struggle. You guard travelers, connect isolated villages, support merchants, and repel attacking creatures, bandits, or even undead. Okay. So is it like straight up? Is it like straight up micro? Like, is it more like XCOM than, let's say, Pathfinder, for instance? Or does it have like, you know, does it have like personal quest lines and companions that you can get to know, and like it feels like you're really interacting with people? Or is it just like combat management sim? Like, to what level does it borrow things from RPGs and visual novels? That's what I'm interested in. Let me go ahead. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. What I was gonna say is, no, I don't want to group you. There we go. What I was gonna say is, let's watch the trailer, if there's a trailer. Okay. Back to the screen. And if I do that, there we go. And then we need to go ahead and, is this the one? I think it is. 2 months ago. Let's do it. Release trailer. It's a narrative RPG. Combat was pretty minor, to be honest, from what I played. I could kind of dig that, you know? Like, I've played so many games up till this point that have had a pretty strong focus on combat that I could honestly go with a game that's just kind of, you know, sit back and just make decisions rather than having to deal with strategy and what, you know, what attack I want to use and whatnot. Let's take a look. Okay. I thought that was going to be the entire trailer. I was really disappointed for a second there. Never mind.
The truth is, nobody has what it takes to be the Road Warden. I patrol the paths, but I can't keep away every beast.
They should have got me to narrate this. I could have put on a proper northern accent. I patrol the paths, but I can't keep away every beast from the woods. That's how a road warden should speak.
Keep away every beast from the woods. I burn corpses, but some of them wake up too soon. I hunt down bandits. Sometimes we parley. Sure. I also carry messages and goods. You are the first person I don't have to lie to in years. And why do you want to become the Road Warden?
I do like the art style. It's quite cool. Yeah, I feel like that didn't tell me too much. I probably learnt more just from looking at the Steam page, in all honesty. The wilderness is full of monsters. Generally, your character tries to avoid it when possible. Oh, okay, so it's less about being like a defender of the road and more about, like, as he was saying towards the start of it, like being more of like like a messenger that travels from place to place and tries to solve occasional problems, deliver messages and whatnot, as opposed to like being some sort of paladin that protects the road. What else do we have? Create your own background, abilities, beliefs, and personality. That's cool. Embark either as a warrior, mage, or scholar and define your character's attitudes. Okay. Immerse yourself in profound dialogues and side quests with dozens of NPCs. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and actually make a note of this. I might try this out sooner rather than later. Although, it kind of depends on how long it is. It's only, let me see. Where's the price? Oh, there it is. It's only like €9.59. So, I mean, realistically, I'm not expecting it to be too long. Which I could kind of get into, you know? I've played a lot of long games. I'm still playing long games. I could do with a nice little short story to play through. That'd be kind of fun. So let me actually, yeah, I've already made a note of it, never mind. Okay. Is there anything else here before I dive out of it? The excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Looks like a point and click game. Rollerdrome? Is that like a Mad Max style car beat 'em up, vehicular beat 'em up? I feel like I'll just wait for people to suggest me games rather than needlessly looking through game trailers on stream. That might not be such a good idea. Possibly, maybe. Boom. There we go. But either way, it's nice to hear that it's like got less of a focus on like combat management, because honestly, I wouldn't mind just playing through. Like playing through a game that has a sort of a minor focus on combat and more of a focus on like role playing and you know, playing through a story and having your choices matter and that sort of thing. You know, like I think honestly I could do with that sort of thing right now. Because I do not have the brain power to just play long form RPGs, I don't think, all the time. Especially at the minute. How may I be of assistance? I understand the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearings at the palace. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Why aren't you there? Aren't you like the head honcho?
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the knights for prudent counsel as well as defense.
Durance, is that you?
I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part
Durance's
on
brother,
how we
maybe?
handle this matter.
What do you think about Animancy? We'd be fools not to investigate it further. I've seen what those researchers in Brackenbury do. Building constructs, diagnosing soul maladies, harnessing raw essence. There's great potential. Detractors say that it's too dangerous, that it angers the gods, superstition and nonsense. There are risks to delving into souls, of course, but the greater risk lies with doing nothing at all while the legacy eats away at us. Tell me about the hearings. He gives you a gruff frown. They're progressing slower than I'd like. The dozens raise a ruckus whenever anyone so much as mentions Animancy. And the Dominels are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Avar will see reason eventually. Well, I'm kind of with the Crucible Knights on this. I don't necessarily have a problem with Animancy. I just think that it should be, you know, maybe handled with care, which I think is what this guy's saying. I could do with an audience with Duke Avar. I'd like to attend the hearings. I appreciate your help in retrieving the Forge Knight research, but I still need the plans delivered to the High Justice's courier. I'm afraid I can't address anything else until that's done. You son of a bitch.
I've made a
I
copy
need you
of
to take this to the
honest
mailman.
research.
Until you
The
do that,
High
I can't
Justice has sent
help.
a courier to Anslog's compass to retrieve it. The dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay. And after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the dozens. Yet.
But I'm their ally. I'm immediately recognizable. Oh, hey, Cass, what are you doing? You okay? How have you been? What are you doing at Anslog's compass? I feel like that's exactly how it goes. The choices matter in Needy Streamer, though. Yeah, they really did. But like Selby, I have achieved the perfect ending for Needy Streamer Overload. I have no need to ever return to that game. Like, I perfected the game. I got her to quit streaming and dump her weirdo weeb, morally ambiguous, probably evil boyfriend, aka the protagonist. And she went off and decided to train to be a teacher instead. Seems like the best outcome, you know? Seems like the 100% best outcome. Sounds like Kanar, too much like... You think Kanar? I think Durance, or Durance, whatever. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Durance. I think 100% Durance. I did not get Kanar from it. Okay. Not much. The dozens do recognize, other than things that make them feel threatened. Yikes. Shit talking the dozens. But after this, I expect they'll learn of your association with us, and they won't be too happy about it. Neither will the Dominels, he snorts. They're trying to expand the family business, and they resent us for standing in the way. I need someone I can trust, and you've proven your integrity both in my service and in Defiance Bay. Okay, consider it done.
Anslog's Compass is a small lagoon just north of Defiance Bay. Your contact will be a commander named Arenroad. She'll meet you by the docks. Return to me when you've finished. The High Justice has made the expansion of the Forge Knights his top priority, which means it's mine as well.
Okay, let's do this. Which one is Shark Boy? The one with the toothy smile? Yeah. Kanar. Shark. Well, yeah, people have taken to calling him Shark Boy. Kanar. Shark Boy. Ooh ha ha. Shark Boy. Ooh ha ha. I do not know how many people will get that reference. I should have went with an actual Shark Boy reference. You know, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Should have went with that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Right. So Anslog's Did he say Anslog or Anslog? Anslog's Compass, I think he said. So we need to go there. Which means running down here and wait for it. Boop. Okay. So I'm assuming we have to go right to that pier. Right there. Just over that away. That's the one. That's the ticket. That is the ticket to ride. Eorn attempted to escape from the dungeon, but was thwarted by our guards. Good. If he tries it again, cut his big toes off. If he tries it again after that, cut his little toes off. If he tries it again after that, cut an ear off. If he tries it again after that, cover him in lard and make him roll around on the floor like a slug while you pour salt on him and whip him. Bit of Pepsi, mate. Can I have a sip? I have Pepsi? No, I'm not drinking Pepsi. I'm drinking ZX Cola. Sponsored. I'm not sponsored by ZX Cola. However, given that it is like the only cola that I actually drink on stream. It's the only cola I drink full stop. God, I'm doing pretty well in regards to not drinking cola anymore. I drink a can or two of cola when I stream and that's it. That is it. You are the boy that I need to talk to. You there. Did Commander Cliver send you? Yes, you. Are you blind? You walked right past me.
How do you do?
You've come from Crucible Keep? Oh no, she had more of like a...
You've come from Crucible Keep, I take it. I was told you'd have something for me.
Tell me what's happening at Fleetbreaker Castle. Apparently there's a thing called Fleetbreaker Castle. You're obviously helping Commander Cliver, so I suppose I can tell you. The High Justice has been gathering forces there. This mess with the Legacy, the unrest, and the man-eating corpses all over the Deerwood. It isn't going away anytime soon, and the dozens are using this as an opportunity for a power grab. We've got to build up strength to defend the Deerwood as well as our position here. And with these Forge Knights at our disposal, we'll be unstoppable. Okay, here it is. Wait, what's your role in this actually? So she's a commander, sent to retrieve the research. And since you know what this research is all about, you can imagine how eager I am to get it back to the castle quickly and quiet. Okay, so here it is. Excellent. I should get this back to the High Justice before she looks over your shoulder at the sound of approaching footsteps. Too late. Get ready. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be the dozens. Are they dozens? Padebald? 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 Padebalda? Padebalda? I think it's Padebalda. The man's face is twisted into a snarl. Are you mad? You hold the secrets to one of the foulest examples of animancy and you want to hand it over to the Crucible Knights? He shakes his head. It's an abomination. Caged souls used as weapons, and you'd give these silk stockings to an army of them? Pate Balda. You know, they're my boys. Okay, I can't help it. I tried to look for you guys. If you're a member of the Dozens, which I think you are, I tried to look for you guys. I couldn't find you. And honestly, the fact that you're totally against animancy, I'm not a big fan of. I kind of think that, you know, it should be used with respect and maybe, you know, decent guidance and rules. Did you know there's a Pepsi Oh, yeah. It's the Pepsi documentary on Netflix is about the marketing campaign that they had where you could earn points by buying Pepsis. And one of the awards for the points or redemptions for the points was a literal fighter jet. And someone actually, I think it was him and 3 friends. His friends all got like smaller prizes, but he saved up and got the fighter jet, I believe, and they never gave him the jet. So he was like, so he took legal action because of course. In the 90s, Pepsi had a system where you got points when you bought Pepsis and could trade them in for cool random stuff like a t-shirt. And in the TV ad for it, at the end they had fighter jet land and it says Harrier jet. Yeah. And it was meant to be a joke, but someone tried to cash it in. They didn't put any small print on the ad saying it was a joke, so it was basically 100%. And they got taken, they got filed a legal suit was filed against them for it. Yeah, I don't know if that guy ever did get his jet. I don't think he did. I think there was a settlement. I think it might have been an out-of-court settlement, actually. I.e., Pepsi basically said, please don't waste our time with this, we'll give you some money. I think. But no, I haven't seen the documentary. I have not seen the documentary, but I was aware of, like, I don't know where I heard about that. Probably on a podcast. I don't know. Sounds like the sort of thing that back in the day, back in like the, you know, let's say 2012, back in like 2012, maybe Rooster Teeth were talking about that on one of their podcasts that I used to listen to. Maybe I heard it there. Give me my heckin' jet. Cash equivalent of a fighter jet sounds nice. Cash equivalent of a fighter jet sounds fucking wonderful. Yeah, I wouldn't turn down that. No way, Jose. I can't let you do this. The research must be destroyed. I wouldn't like to see him try because I don't actually want to kill these guys. And I'm not going to say I'll destroy you because that's just so fucking edgelordy. You'll have to get through me first. Oh, that's like none of these are the chat option. Maybe the chat option is just to raise our weapon. Kill them all! Love that album. Good album. Not as good as, Kill them all. Not as good. Not as good as Injustice for All. I don't think. Give me jet or 2 million of your US dollars. You know what an evil lich would do? What would an evil lich do? What would an evil lich do? I can tell you one thing. An evil lich in regards to this channel would not fucking exist.
Do it. Do it. Fulfilling your destiny. Kill them all.
Shit. Can we? Okay, Padabald. I'm gonna go ahead and make you kill all of your friends. God, that's pretty dark. But yeah, I genuinely am gonna make you kill all your friends. Sorry. Apologies. It cannot be helped. Maybe put that there. Okay, so as long as we get him on side. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, Padabald, kill all your friends. Okay, oh, that's you need to die. Please kill. So loud. So loud. But regardless, he's pretty stop with the loud noises. God, I don't have the time at the minute to go ahead and modify the game files and replace it with like, you know, replace it with just me saying, this would be a loud noise, but I edited the audio. Okay, you can be chaotic neutral, Lich. Is that even possible? This is your destiny, young Cass? Walk the Lich path with us? You guys don't want to see me walk the Lich path. That means I have to get all bony and skeletal. You know, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I'll take that as our cue to leave, says Aaron Rowan. With the dozens growing so bold, there's no time to waste. Give my regards to the commander and watch your back out there. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just going to go ahead and, like, you know, fast travel back to Defiance Base, so we should be good. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. I like that. And even more stuff. Yikes. Okay. So the dozens hate our guts now, right? That's a thing. How long left on this? Like a day? 8 hours, even better. Okay, so we want to leave instantly, and what are we doing now? Get invited? I mean, I think we've just secured our invite, right? Liches don't get bitches, though. Remember this? That's a very good point. Liches do not get bitches. Liches don't even get stitches. They refuse. They just let the wound hang open. You know? If they say if it bleeds, we can kill it. Do liches bleed? I don't think they do. I'm fairly certain if you cut a lich open, just ash would pour from its veins. And for that reason, I do not believe that liches get stitches or bitches. But liches have been known to flirt with witches. It's got to be said. I have seen, you know, multiple examples in my day-to-day life of liches flirting with witches. Now, witches do not appreciate the flirting that comes from liches, but they certainly prefer it to, you know, the idea of well, liches being able to brag about getting bitches. What else rhymes with stitches, witches, bitches, and liches? I'll tell you how. Oh boy, I don't know a lot about liches, guys, but I'll tell you one thing. When they need to, you know, secure their horse, whilst they go into the local tavern to turn the entire tavern into undead monsters, they certainly don't use hitches. It's about time he does an Aru detox. He sees her in every game. I haven't mentioned Aru in any capacity. Liches should be able to romance Seela and then sacrifice her. Oh my god. Honestly, I kind of felt as though one of the letdowns in Wrath of the Righteous was the romance options. Yeah. I don't think it was as open as it would be. And in addition to that, I thought that there would be more options. Okay, let's make the assassin assassinate his fellow assassin. What would that be? Assasception? Insassination? No, that sounds too much like incest and assassin combined. We'll rethink that. Back to the drawing board. Liches should be able to romance everyone. Their bones never go soft. Okay then, moving on. There's so many things going on at Cadnur, apparently. Oh my god, hacks. Oh, hacks, what? Oh, jeez. Can't unsee that. Cannot unsee that. Can I have a facepalm emoji, please? This is precisely the time that a facepalm emoji would be very useful. Oh boy. I really did not think anyone was gonna... Durance, when you cast that spell, I honestly can't, like, that's my reason for not wanting you in this party anymore. We're getting rid of Durance. We're gonna put someone else in the party. I am sick of hearing that loud as fuck spell effect, which cannot be lowered by changing the volume settings. He is gone. Durance, whatever your name is, you are gone. Okay, you are not along for this party. You can go and do some road trips for strangers. Did you give Durance the new scepter? I did not. Durance has a wand. But it won't matter much anyways, because I believe we're just going to literally go and hand this quest in and then switch the party around. Because I was not kidding when I said that I'm getting really pissed off with that loud as fuck spell effect. Like, so sick of it. I'm actually going to turn my headphones down a little bit to try and combat that. Wait, what? What? These bastards better not have turned on me. Oh wait, did the Forge Knights wake up and decide to pick violence? Are they not friendly? Are they not good? Is it tasty? Is it nice? Is it scrumptious? Maybe. Possibly. Let's try that. Please. Please work. I realize that you're regenerating health. Please stop doing that. It's incredibly inconvenient for me. And pretty much just me. Let's do this. Boop. And could you maybe do Eye Strike? Yep. Okay. Try another knockdown. Come on, you guys can do it. I believe in you. He's clearly used up all of his healing. There we go. Okay, what's going on here? Call and release? Okay. What about this? Are we done yet? I think we are done. We're done! Okay. Next skill increase then is going to come from... Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, training grounds. We'll do that. Boom. Can we kick the Asawu guy too? Is it Alof? Is it not Kana? It sounds kind of like Kana. It makes me irrationally mad. I fucking know exactly what you mean, because there are specific sounds out there that it doesn't matter who it is that says them or makes them or whatever, but whenever I hear them, I just get like so primally mad. You can always lower the game sounds. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've literally tried lowering the spell effects via the volume settings, and for that specific spell effect that Durance triggers towards the end of most combats, doesn't lower it. Does not work. Lower them from OBS, but I don't monitor via OBS. I monitor via my mixer, so lowering them in OBS would not help me. And like, you know, it would help you guys, but what's the fun? Where's the fun in that? You know, if I'm still getting loud noises, you guys should get loud noises too. Also, I can't specifically lower just that one sound effect. If I lower everything, then everything else is going to be quiet, but that's going to be like loud still. It's a balancing issue. It's not like the actual volume controls that are the problem. So I'm going to go in here, and there's going to be loads of Forge Knights that are just tearing the place up, I think. You're feeling cocky now, but I don't think you'll survive long without a healer in your party. We've been doing okay at the minute. I think if we continue on this sort of trajectory in terms of like in terms of like leveling, then we might be okay for a little bit. But we probably will have to put one back in. Well, put Durance back in. He's like the only healer we've got. See, you're already acting like a lich. Wait, what did I do that? What did I do that was like similar to a lich? What did I do? Boop. 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 Boop? Question mark? No. Yes. And you just sing your little song, okay? You just keep singing your little song. There's quite a few of them. He is gonna get... He is getting the shit kicked out of him. It's okay, because we're here to help now. Oh my god, you're really hurt. How did you get hurt back there? Did they have a ranged attack? I didn't even notice. Noxious Burst? No, that's just the... No, yeah, never mind. I'm not sure. We'll keep our eye open. Or eyes. I have two. Believe it or not. I don't know. I mean, one of these could be glass. You guys wouldn't know. If you're suffering due to loud priesty noises, then so should us. That's a lichy attitude. I don't think it is. I don't think that's lichy at all. I think that's like trickster. That's trickster attitude. That's not lich. Lich attitude would be, okay, I'm just going to kill the priest. You know? And then lich attitude would probably be a step further than that. I'm going to kill the priest, and then I'm going to kill everyone else as well. But I did not say that. I simply said that that everyone else should suffer with me if I need to suffer. God damn it. Can I have you cluster up a little bit with her? If you follow a bit. There we go. That'll do. Right, so this went to shit really quickly. Geez, maybe keep at them. Yeah, will do. Will do, buddy. This was mistakes were made, but it was not my mistake, you know. Oh, trash. Good day, sir. Good day. Delicious ZX cola to hydrate with. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. I breathed most of it in, I think. Holy fucking shit. Good day, Trash. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. And in case you need to dip, I'm going to say this now, because it's quite rare that I get the chance to talk to you these days. Have a great Christmas. After this week, I'm not going to be having scheduled streams after this week until like the new year sometime. So, you know, from now on, or well, for the next couple of weeks, it's basically going to be, if I want to stream, then I'll stream, but if not, then I'm probably busy with work. So yeah, so I will not be putting schedules up, or like streaming to a schedule, after this week. So if I don't see you, have a wonderful Crimbo. Have a wonderful Crimbo! A proper Crimbo, as we would say. And a happy new year, I suppose. Why did that sound so unnatural to me? A happy new year. Maybe it's because I'm so used to seeing all those people say, I'm going to change my life in the new year, and then a year later they say the same thing. But either way, have a happy Crimbo. Selby says, I feel like you need to start a Lich playthrough off stream to annoy voices now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should start playing it off stream. God, when will I actually find the time? If he doesn't start a Lich playthrough, I think I will. I mean, I definitely won't be starting one anytime soon. Maybe in like 4 months. All good. I have one more week left at work before I go on Christmas break. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Are you just getting up for work now then? Have a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Thanks so much, Trash. I really appreciate it. Really do. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one this year, I think. It's gonna be a quiet one. Well, quiet with a few mad dips, I think. But it should be good. I'm looking forward to it. It's probably going to be the most I've seen family like in like 2 years, I would say. Oh, jeez. Do we want to... No, we don't want to go with that. Let's go with that. Ooh, tell you what I have been thinking as well, guys. I really need to go back and play The Walking Dead sometime soon, don't I? Maybe we'll do that in the new year. Spoken like a true Lich enjoyer, says Hax. Oh, you've got your Christmas party today? It will 100% get out of hand. I was actually saying earlier on, I went for, well, a friend of mine was going for some food. Like, he was going for a meal. Well, I say a meal. He wasn't really going for a meal. He was going to grab some food at one of the local Weatherspoons. Or one of his local Weatherspoons, should I say. And so I said I would go grab some food with him. And I said we would have 1 pint. And I got onto this tangent earlier because I was talking about how like this, like a Corona Extra, that's like a nightly beer, you know, like you can have one of those and then you're done, you know, you don't need another one. You don't want another one. It's so gassy. But the point that I made was that Guinness is not Guinness is definitely not a one sort of beer and then you're done kind of thing. At least not to me. It tends to be the case that I have one and then many more follow and I just can't stop. And that is indeed what happened when we went for a meal. There was a pint ready for him on the table when he got there. And boy oh boy, a further I don't even know, I lost count. I'm not a drink counter, guys. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys that at the end of the night says, "Oh, I had this many pints." Just have a good time, guys. Just have a fucking good time. Doesn't matter. Last year I broke someone's nose on the slip and slide. That sounds like, I mean, accidents happen, you know? Accidents happen. Did you both have a good time regardless? I hope so. I think so. I mean, you were allowed to break someone's nose, and that person whose nose was broke now has a really great story, I'm sure, of how their nose was broke on a slip and slide. It's, you know, it's everyone's a winner. I like to think of myself as more of a trickster. Yeah, I feel like Trickster's going to be the next one I'd go with, rather than Lich. After the Lich ceremony, your party literally becomes the Walking Dead. Ugh. I don't like the sound of that. I don't know, it could get kind of lonely. I really thrive in those sorts of games from contact with my companions. And if I say, "Oh, hi, Sealer, how you doing?" and she just goes, then I feel like I'm not really going to have the same amount of fun. You know? You know what I mean? Boom. Use your evil pointy finger, and you tell them what they've done wrong. I asked for semi-skimmed milk, and you brought me whole fat, you bastards. Boom. Something like that. Yikes. The Justiciars are getting fucked up again. Oh, you've spoiled it now? Yeah, now I have no reason to play it. Who let drunk army lads loose on an inflatable slip and slide? That's a very good point. Like, surely whoever it was that came up with that idea must have realized, oh, yikes, this is going to end really fucking poorly. The most important reason to play as a Lich is access to the other 4 to 5 Lich-only companions. You're missing a chunk of story. Ooh. But I feel like every RPG I play, I miss a chunk of story. Every RPG. I don't know if I've ever played an RPG from every possible, like, choice path. I think generally I play through, like, maybe 2 or 3 different paths, if you want to call them that, you know, for lack of a better word. And then I'm kind of done. And honestly, that depends on, like, the range of the different paths, you know? Like, with Origins, it was, well, kind of like, I suppose, well, 4, really. There was, you know, there was the paths that were based specifically on classes, and then, of course, there was the, on races, and then, of course, there was the path that was specific to the mage class. by the way, who's picked up Dwarf Fortress. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. I actually think I'm going to pick it up. It looks really good. I was kind of excited for the release. And I watched a trailer like last night. So yeah, I think I'm going to pick it up sometime soon. Aside from Avu in the Desna path, the Azar path, no other mythic path has new companions. It's kind of crazy to me. Like, I would assume that like it would be cool if you went Angel path and you gained like, I don't know, like a minor angel as a companion. And if you went Demon, you got like, I don't know, like a Dretch. Like, that would be kind of cool. But the fact that that isn't the case, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing. I feel like there are some parts of the game that it does still feel to this day that they've kind of rushed through it a little bit in development. I mean, I loved the game. I thought it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was time well spent, but definitely some parts that were missing, I think. The loneliest path is Swarm. Yeah, it's just like several copies of yourself, isn't it? You have no companions, only clones of yourself. Yeah, like Swarm-like clones. Yeah, it sounds horrible. Can't imagine it. Or I can't imagine playing it, shall I say. Like, it sounds... it would be interesting to... Oh, shit. Here I go killing again. It would be interesting to see, like, how the story unfolds, but at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't really deviate too far from the original sort of canon or main story. It's more just like the only thing that I feel would really change is the means of which you get to the end of the means of which you get to the end game.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's it. Hey.
So far, this mace that I switched Adair to actually working pretty well. He's still not taking hits. He's still tanking very well. We might start to notice a change to that as we advance this main quest line onwards. But for the time being, I think we're good. No need for a shield right now.
This isn't working.
Fingers crossed there won't be any need for a shield anytime soon. God damn it, the son of a bitch fucking healed himself. Combusting wounds. Don't actually need that on it. Might as well activate it anyway, I suppose. Saves.
That's...
Okay. So much stuff. OMG, it's so cold. My toesies are numb. Yeah, it's ridiculously cold with us. I said earlier on, it's averaging like -1 through the day. Right now it is, let me see. No, it's definitely not 1 right now. Oh, shit. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. Yep, -2. Just -2 degrees. Yeah, I was saying at the start of the stream that I went for a walk, an early morning walk yesterday, because at this point I'm just kind of waking up ridiculously early on account of, well, the work schedule. And I went for an early morning walk, and it was just, you know, ice everywhere. I quickly realized that I needed to put warmer clothes on and get my headlamp, or my head torch, whatever you want to call it, so that I could actually see where I was going and make sure I wasn't going to slip on ice. Yeah, I think I was out for like, just under 2 hours. Around 2 hours, let's say. And it only started to, the sun only started to rise about 15 minutes before I got back. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how little daylight we have up here at the minute. Like 7 hours, I think, roughly. Kind of depends on the day, though. It feels. I feel like yesterday the sun rose a little bit later than it has been. Okay. So, where is... Oh, there they are. Oh, yeah, some dead boys up there. That's not looking too promising. Dead boys mean loot, though. Fortunately for us. Not so fortunately for them. Hi, Dunstan, how you doing? I see you managed to fuck things up with the Forge Golems. Forge Golems? Forge Knights. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's been so cold, I mean, it's definitely dropped a lot colder over the past, like, week. But the fact that it's been so cold as of late is the reason that I'm, you know, I've been wearing this jumper for, like, literally, like, the past 6 streams. It gets washed in between, guys, I promise. Because I don't just wear it for the streams, I wear it quite a lot. But yeah, it's the warmest jumper I have. I need more warm jumpers. I need more warm, baggy jumpers. You need something? Yes, I do need something. Look at all the dead bodies around you. Like, what's gone on? What's happened?
1 minute. My Justiciars were training the Forge Knights. And the next, they were being cut to pieces.
Is that any surprise? Like, why would you need to train them? Just point them at the enemy and let them go.
But the survivors owe their lives to your skill.
You bet.
You fought valiantly.
You bet they do.
Worthy of any seasoned soldier. In fact, I'm naming you an honorary Justiciar. As a reward for your service, please accept this blade and armor, worthy of a Knight of the Crucible. If there's anything else I can do for you, you need only ask.
So I get the feeling that if we went down the Dozens route, then rather than us being attacked by the Forge Knights in the Crucible Keep, the Forge Knights would be like attacking us as the Dozens, I'm guessing. Did it used to be white? Did what used to be white? White? My jumper? Did it used to be white? No, it's always been brown. It's not gotten brown because because of dirt. I mean, albeit I'll be totally honest, I did spill a little bit of gravy, you know, on it before when I was eating. Yes, guys, I did have gravy with my evening meal. Are we surprised? No. Should we be surprised? No, fuck no. Jesus Christ, you guys know me by now. But yeah, no, unironically, I did spill gravy on my jumper earlier. But that has not made it more brown. It will wash. It will be clean again. Also, I resent the use of the word goldfish as an insult. You need to put absolute before it, and then that will actually make it a worthy insult, you know? Everyone knows you can just put pretty much anything after the word absolute, and it makes it a British insult. Like, you absolute pencil. You absolute pencil. What were you thinking? You let the Forge Knights just start tearing your men up? You absolute bloody pencil.
I'll send word to Fleetbreaker Castle immediately. We clearly didn't understand the Forge Knights as well as we thought. For now, we'll have to continue recruiting the old-fashioned way.
The annoying thing is that I thought these guys were going to be very careful about their approach to animancy. And as it turns out, they are not. And that makes me feel somewhat conflicted with my choice. Ooh, that's a good point, though, actually. So lives were lost for nothing? Keep researching the Forge Knights. I'm sure you'll find a way to keep them under control. That might be for the best. The Forge Knights are obviously too unpredictable to use safely. I think we'll go with number 1. But number 2 does raise a pretty good point.
Knowing how firmly you stand by your principles, I'm glad you agree with my assessment of the situation. And if I'd listened to Dunstan, none of this would have happened in the first place. I won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, listen to the dwarfy boy. The dwarf will speak the true. Or is there something else I can do for you? About that invitation to the Animancy hearings. and we'll be glad to have you with us. Ava will no doubt find your presence persuasive, and we need all possible support to see that he gives Animancy a fair chance. How can you lie with Indeed? Like, Indeed and Indeed are the same thing. Like, you could lie with this, I'll make sure he sees reason. Like, oh yeah, I'll make sure he sees reason, sorry. Or, oh yeah, I'll make sure he sees reason. But but never mind. Indeed. Was there something else I can do for you? Indeed. Goodbye. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Hello, Nicaea. Good day to you. I hope you're well. Also, Forge Knights. Is that something sentient armor? Is that like a sentient armor knight? It is. It's essentially a soul inside a suit of armor. So it's kind of like animated armor in D&D, I believe. Kind of. Oh, can we? Oh no, we still can't loot. Never mind. Okay, so what's the plan then? Do we just go and see? Do we just go to the Ducal Palace now? I mean, we're just up the road from it, right? So we could probably go do that. No problemo. No problemo. I can't loot that guy. Why can't I loot him? Oh no, now I can. Wonderful. Get all that tasty loot. So is this going to be the end of Act 1? I feel like I've been anticipating the end of Act 1 for the past like 3 streams now. But I think this must be it, right? Like, it seems as though like some sort of decision made by the Duke on whether or not Animancy will be allowed in the region, or whether it'll be outlawed. I feel like that's a good sort of climax point to end an act on. But I suppose we'll have to wait and see. I suppose we will just have to wait and see. Oh shit, this is the wrong way. But wait, did we need to talk to... Did we need to talk to you? No, we didn't. Never mind. I thought there was maybe something to do with Adair's quest line, where we needed to talk to him after going to the battlefield, but obviously not. Okay, let's talk to you. Wait. Why? Ah. Fuck. Why are you making me go through so many loading screens? I know they don't take long, but I want to go see the Duke. I want to go and get underway. You know, I don't want to be going back and forth between all these different people. Boy, I will say though, that is very classic CRPG like, you know, having to go and see multiple people. Rather than just having a clear-cut quest line. Okay. Brackenberry. Boom. Nicaea says, also, how are you, Cass? How's your day been? Nicaea, my day has been pretty busy, I'm gonna be honest. I have been waking up so friggin' early since starting the new job. And so, for instance, yesterday, I got up and I decided, I woke up really early and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I decided, you know what, I've got a couple hours to kill before work. So I'm gonna go for a walk. So I went out hiking. Well, I say hiking. I wasn't just in nature. I sort of hiked from town to town, and I was out for about 2 hours. And that was honestly, it was so nice. It was so nice seeing the sunrise over the mountains. Like it was totally, the sky was totally pink. It was seriously just so beautiful. I haven't seen a local sunrise where I am now for like 3, 4, could be 5 years actually. But yeah, it was really beautiful. And I think that's probably going to be the way it is for the time being. But yeah, this week, guys, for those of you who weren't around earlier, this week is going to be the last week in December of scheduled streams. So there won't be a schedule put up next week or the week after. If I want to stream, then I'll get on and I'll stream. But otherwise, I'm going to be really busy with work. Really, really, really busy. So probably not going to be as frequent. Maybe try and get like one in a week, but I don't know when it will be. Veldraxis says, the more I hear it, the better the music sounds. I need to listen to the soundtrack. I believe I actually own the soundtrack as a result of the addition of the game that I have, and I will 100%, I think I said this last time, but I will 100% be using this in my tabletop games going forward, because it's not massively complex. It's nice. It's nice background music, you know what I mean? You mean your body clock changed? It has. Yeah, it's changed in a big way. Same for me. Usually wake up at 6, and since school started, woke up at 4. Yeah. So I get up around, well, yesterday I woke up about 4. It might have been just before 4 actually, but I didn't actually go downstairs and make any food or anything until like 4:30. And then after that, 8, went out hiking, got back. Oh my god, it was so cold. So cold. The ground was totally frozen with ice. It was a real big trip hazard. Sounds like a good time. It was Vildraxis. It was really good. I don't really like walking through the day. I prefer walking either at night or close to evening, or like early morning. Like there's something about like the really cold air. Like when you, it's hard to describe. It's like if the air's really chilly and freezing and you take a deep breath in and like you feel it fill your chest and like there's a bite to it, you know what I mean? It's fresh and there's a bite to it. Something about that just makes you feel alive. I don't know. It's one of those weird hippie things that I have going on, I think. Trash says, or Trash asks, should I say, what's everyone's favorite Christmas movie? I'm going to be that guy and I'm going to say, I think Die Hard. I think Die Hard's my favorite Christmas movie. No, I'm lying. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie. I've been trying to wake up to natural sunlight. I've been doing the same actually, and I see it, although at this point I have to get up before it anyway. So like the sun rises here at about 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning these days, and it sets around 3:30 if not beforehand. It's probably going to start getting earlier. Classic Home Alone. Oh, Home Alone's a good one. Love Actually is another good one actually. Here's the thing, I'm not a fan of rom-coms, but like Love Actually is a good movie. It's like one that I could happily sit down with. And I don't know, maybe eat some chocolates. A couple chocolates, maybe a beer. Watch Love Actually on my own. Oh, jeez. Home Alone gets a +1 from Selby. Yeah, Home Alone was a good one. I think, I'll be totally honest, I never thought of Home Alone as a Christmas movie. It definitely is. It's definitely a Christmas movie. But I never thought of it as a Christmas movie, purely because I don't think I ever actually like watched it at Christmas. I think I watched it like other times of the year, like just as like a standard movie. But like it is a Christmas movie. I've just never associated it with that apparently. Okay, we'll head in there and talk to Lady Hadret, I believe it is. But yeah, so lately the schedule's been a little bit different. And like I say, like from this week onwards, I mean, let me go ahead and pull up my calendar right now. So we're on the week of the 5th, or the week commencing the 5th. So next week will be the 12th. Yeah, so from next week, so probably from like the 12th up until, oh boy, probably like the week starting with the 2nd. I'll probably take 12th, 19th, 26th, and 2nd off from regular streams. So that's like a full month. I will get streams in here and there. It's just they won't be scheduled. Because number one, I know work's going to be absolutely crazy. It's already been crazy. It's the sort of job where you shouldn't be busy this time of year, but you have to prep everything for next year at this time of year. So it just, yeah, there's a big backlog of stuff to be prepared. So yeah, so it's gonna be chaotic stream schedules for like 4 weeks. I think that's the aim anyway. It might be the case that I probably get like 1 stream in a week, maybe 2, but they might be at varying times and on different days. But yeah, I'll be around, guys, if you are. Die Hard and Home Alone have been spammed on TV in my country, at least every freaking Christmas for the last 10 plus years. Die Hard is definitely on UK televisions every year. Home Alone, definitely on all year round, I think. All year round. Trashworth agrees with Veldraxis. Love Actually is the best Christmas movie. It's actually been a few years since I watched Love Actually. I might watch it this Christmas and commemorate my watching experience, my viewing experience to you guys. They're good movies and I like them, but too much is too much. Yeah, it's like the same with music for me. There are some really good bands out there that have just like 1 or 2 songs that are way overplayed, and it's to the point where I get sick of hearing them. You know what I mean? I'll be on call between Christmas and New Year's. I'll be needing your stream to keep me sane. So between Christmas Day and New Year, let me take a look, because it's falling on a Sunday this year, right? Yeah, it is Sunday the 25th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, I'm incorrect. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I believe those will be with family. And then Wednesdays with, yeah, I'm going to see some friends on the Wednesday on the 28th. New Year's itself, I will definitely be with friends. Yeah, I should be able to maybe get like a stream in on the 29th or the 30th, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying not to plan too far ahead, mainly because I want this Christmas to just be as relaxing as it can be. And not have to, like, I often find as a result of work, but then on top of that, like streaming, music, D&D, for instance, other hobbies that I have. I enjoy my hobbies very, very much. Like I love streaming. I love working on music, all those different things that I do. I love doing it. But that is not to say that there's, that is not to say that there is not an analytical part of my mind that likes to plan things out and roll with a plan and you know, overthink things to a ridiculous extent, which makes it so that even my hobbies can be stressful at times when I'm really busy. So I think over the Christmas period, probably get like a stream in on the 29th or the 30th. But for the most part, I'm not going to be worrying about schedule. I'm just going to be chilling out with family, catching up with friends and family, and seeing what happens. Hopefully we're going to have a very messy night out on Boxing Day. That should be good. I actually think I might be playing a gig on Boxing Day and then going out afterwards. I think that probably will be happening, most likely. Nicaea asks, what is Love Actually? Only for Hugh Grant dancing through Downing Street. There we go. Trash sums it up pretty well. It's a series of intertwining Christmas love stories. Yeah, so it's all of these sort of rom-com stories that are in the same movie, all linked together, and they sort of, it's weird how they flow into one another. It's quite well done, I would say. I thought Love Actually was depressing. I never got the gist that it was depressing. It never, I never thought it was depressing. There were some sort of somber moments, I suppose. Like some moments that are a little bit like, but like overall, I didn't think it was like, like a sad movie. Doesn't one guy try to cheat on his wife and another one steals someone else's? If I remember right, and again, it's been like 5 years since I've seen the movie. It could be longer, actually. I think, is it not the case that he thinks about cheating on his wife, but then decides against it and realizes how much he loves her? I mean, either way, he's a piece of shit, but you know, it's different. Take some time to relax and reset for the next year. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I kind of need it. The past couple months have been, turbulent. Like even at the minute. Christ, the family dog's now ill. So I've got that. There's the new job. There's everything that happened last month, which is honestly it's like still present in my mind to some extent, but I'm just trying to move forwards. And then there's a bunch of other things that are sort of hanging around. So yeah, I want to take some time over like Christmas time, just to relax. Plus, I've been enjoying getting back into like a proper workout schedule, and I have been struggling. I've been struggling to like get that, or should I say, do as much as I'd been planning on. You know, with fitting streaming in and music in and work, of course. Like work's like the big chunk, and then you have to slot things around that. But with the schedule being a little bit all over the place, it's difficult to do. It's been difficult to do. You're gonna give it a watch? Yeah, Nicaea, let us know what you think. Maybe we should have a little. Maybe we should have a little thing in the Discord. People can post Christmas movie recommendations in the movies section, and you guys can talk about whether or not you enjoy them or not. It's a bit bittersweet at the end, but that makes it good in my opinion. Yeah, like I don't like movies where it's like, well, no, it's not that I don't like them. I shouldn't speak generally, but I don't mind when a movie ends and it's like a really happy ending, but I always think that it's a little bit more fulfilling. And it makes you feel a little bit more normal and sane if the movie has a little bit of a bittersweet ending, and it's kind of like it's either left open to your interpretation, or it is just a flat out bittersweet ending. And it's like, oh, even in the movies stuff like that happens. Oh well, that makes me feel okay. But also Jojen Reed slays on the drums. Wait, isn't that the little kid? Doesn't he buy a piece of jewelry and give it to a younger girl? Then the wife finds it and she's devastated. I don't remember. The idea, something to do with like jewelry being bought by someone in the movie rings a bell, but I honestly can't remember. I have a feeling the past couple of months has been a bit hectic for everyone. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think everyone's going through it a little bit. And then Liam Neeson helps him break into an airport to see some random girl. Boy oh boy. There we go. Nicaea says, no, I love spoilers. When Avengers Endgame came out, I asked my friends who had watched it before me to spoil everything for me. Nicaea, you're maybe a little bit like a few people I know then. They don't want to sit and wait to find out what happens. They just want to know. Rowan Atkinson plays an angel, according to the movie commentary. Rowan Atkinson plays an angel? I don't remember that at all. Wait. Yeah, no, he's like a store clerk, isn't he? What? Yeah, shop assistant. Yeah, like a store clerk. They leave that info out in the final of the final cut. Exactly, that's why I love movie recap YouTube channels. I'll tell you what I've been watching on YouTube lately. Let me get back into the game, and I'll tell you. I've been enjoying. Have you guys seen like Rowan? I think it's Roanoke Gaming, or is it maybe just Roanoke? But he's a guy that's got like an interest in. I need to make sure I don't tear cables out of my PC. He's a guy that has like an interest in like biology, and specifically like diseases and parasites and things like that. And he covers like movies that have like diseases or whatever in them. And he goes into like, so first of all, he breaks down the plot and discusses it in detail, but then he also goes into how it might be that the disease works. So for instance, he did it on the most recent videos that I watched was Shaun of the Dead and Cooties, I think it's called, Cooties, or Cooties if you're American. But he did it on those two, and he went through the plot and discussed it in detail, but then he also, like, the sort of second half of the video is him discussing how the virus or bacteria or whatever it is actually would work scientifically. It's really interesting. I would definitely recommend if you're into that sort of thing. Oh, you've watched him once before? Yeah, I really do like his videos. Really do. I actually don't think I'm subscribed to the channel. I should do that. I should do that to thank him for the content. I think his channel's pretty big now, right? Right, Lady
How
Web.
fares your search?
How fares your search, young Kessler?
That is, I'll have you know, I go by Johannes, not Kessler. My friends call me Johannes. I want to discuss the animancy hearings at the palace. Oh boy. Wouldn't they allow a guest of Dunred Row into the
We
hearings?
would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in, it would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in
Well,
this.
either way, the Knights of the
Easier for
Crucible have
them to
accepted me into their
embrace. Good.
delegation.
Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice
got such
of
a badass
reason
name.
and order.
Avar
Speaking from their
Wolfgren.
section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the Leaden Key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy.
Oopsie daisy.
If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you.
You gonna get us drunk?
You're going to do very well in there.
100%. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it for a biscuit and a bottle of brandy. That's really cool. Can someone link his channel in the Discord? Oh, Rowan Oak's channel? Yeah, let me go ahead and do it right now. Let's see. Rowan Oak. There we go. Right. Let me go ahead and link the channel.
Since the dawn of time.
No! I'm sorry. I can't play your content right now. Maybe I'll watch that video later. Let's see. Where should I link this? Let's go ahead and pop it in films and TV. Nah, I'll pop it in the general chat. Boop. There we go. Roanoke Gaming. Oh shit. Oh, guys, why did nobody tell me that Dragon Age Dreadwolf official in-game trailer had dropped 3 days ago? Holy fucking shit. I'm going on a weird side tangent now, but we need to watch this, guys, okay? We need to watch this together. I really like those kinds of channels where professionals review films and stuff. Oh, there's one with a doctor that reviews stuff. I forget his name. Or the channel name, but it looks really well. No, sorry, I'll rephrase that. The content that they make with him is really good. I've been watching a lawyer lady recently who goes through cases in pop culture and explains it like a human being. Oh, they go through like ones that are happening in the real world, or they go through like ones that happen in movies. Yikes. I thought it would be next week. No, apparently it's this week. Apparently it released 3 days ago. I'm kind of blown away by that. I honestly expected it to be tomorrow if that trailers would start dropping on account of the Game Awards. Yeah, Dr. Mike, that's the guy. I've been enjoying Dragon Age. Fantastic to hear, Nicaea. Which game are you on so far? Was it Origins you were playing through? Either way. Let me switch over, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to watch the trailer. When I get it pulled up. We're going to watch this trailer. We are going to finish talking with Lady Hadret and exit the building. And then we are going to, well, I am going to take a bathroom break. And then I'm going to finish off the end of the act, which I think is just going to be the meeting with the Duke. But either way, let's take a look at this. I'm so fucking excited.
I knew him as Solus, a thoughtful mage obsessed with dreams. But long ago, he had a different name. Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his final fight with the elven gods, Solus imprisoned them and created a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. But now, he wants to tear down that veil and destroy the world. And we're the only ones who can stop him.
So does that mean that Varric is in Dreadwolf? I fucking hope so. Jeez, that was pretty good as trailers go, but I have to say I think it covered more content from previous games than it did like content of like the upcoming game. Oh, you're playing Origins. Yeah, Origins is... A lot of people really love Origins and then think less of the other two. Honestly, I think Origins is great. I think Dragon Age 2 is pretty good in its own right. I enjoyed playing it. I played 2 first, actually, and then went back and played Origins. Dragon Age Inquisition. I love it. I love Inquisition as much as I love Origins. Dragon Age 2 is a little bit less so, I think. I like to play franchise games in order. Yeah, I wish I'd done that the first time round and played Origins first. Is this an Inquisition spoiler? Yeah, yes, I'm going to be totally honest. The trailer did seem to be nothing but spoilers there. I did not expect that. Former Dark Lord becomes a hero-like figure, one of my favorite character types. Kind of the other way around. He started off as like what we heard there, and then kind of became a companion thousands and thousands and thousands of years after he was what he was, and then he decided to reveal that he maybe wasn't such a good guy after all. If you like Darren from Wrath, then you'll like Solus. I don't think Darren and Solus are anything alike. I do think that Solus had good intentions at heart for a period of time. I just think it changed. Something changed. Things changed. Possibly. But either way, guys, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to finish. Act 1, I think. Boom. Okay. Right. I will be back in probably like 5 minutes tops. I won't be that long. Probably a couple minutes at most. But yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Boop.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down. Oh, blow me, bully boys, blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain roared all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed. But he belonged to the Wellerman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
ships on vigor of the waves are steaming barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise and reign. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, ravens soar over new frontiers. Sons and sagas of the fate determined, shields and spears. Vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder, bound within. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Oh, to pluck the strings of destiny. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Sails are swaying on the crimson rivers, blood and glory in the fighting fields. Shields are shattered into splintered timbers, iron and steel. Fires are rising and the bells are ringing. Glory, take us into Odin's halls. Golden glimmer and the sound of singing as gods fall. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Oh, to pluck the strings of destiny. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Oh, to pluck the strings of destiny. Oh, Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me.
Boom. And I'm back. Voices says, I hated Solus with a passion, more than Darren. I hated him even before spoilers appeared, just from the banter the party and main character had with him. I liked Solus. I thought that, honestly, I thought he was a pretty damn well-written character. A very well-written character, in fact. And I think that's what made me look past some of the problems that, you know, other party members would have with him. Purely because I thought there was a good story that was going to be unveiled in regards to him. And lo and behold, there was a pretty damn good story indeed. I skipped the Dwarf Fortress tutorial because I got bored and now I don't know what's going on. God damn it, Selby. Yeah, I feel like Dwarf Fortress isn't going to be an easy game to dive into. You know, I feel like it is going to take some time to get into. So honestly, if I go ahead and buy it at some point, which I think I will, I'm probably going to play it off stream for a little bit before I even dare to stream it. If I decide I want to stream it, that is. It might just be a little guilty pleasure game for me to play. He's a racist elf. He's even racist towards other elves. Still an interesting character, though. That's the right place, isn't it? And that's the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I don't know. I just thought he was a very well written character. I enjoyed his storyline. And I mean, I'm not, put it this way, I'm excited that he's returning in the capacity of, like, potentially, it certainly looks this way, but main villain for the next game. I think Inquisition did a very good job of setting him up as a hero that would fall and become a villain. I'm not saying he wasn't interesting and smart / wise, but his ideology. Yeah, I think there's a lot, like, it's basically, Dragon Age did a very good job of establishing factions within the world that at the end of the day could be absolutely fucking ruthless and shitty and not good and not people that you would aspire to be like IRL. But at the same time, they were a representation of the game's world. And they were a representation of what extreme ideologies could be like within the game's world. And so, I don't know. I think that, like, taking it with that sort of pinch of salt, I did enjoy the character. I enjoyed, like, the difference in, because he was a little bit different to, I mean, I suppose you could compare him to, in some ways, in regards to his extreme views, you could compare him to someone like Anders, although I wouldn't really say that Anders has massively extreme views. It's just, well, no, that's a bit of an understatement. Extreme views, definitely Anders has extreme views, or did have extreme views. The same could be said about Fenris. He had pretty extreme views, but his were molded by a result of mistreatment. Those Red Templars, yeah, they are an interesting faction. I thought the Templar storyline was actually a lot of fun because it showcased what heroes, just how far heroes were willing to go for their ideology for the sake of what they thought was right. And in the end, it made them villains. And I like that because it shows that even holy warriors that are supposed to, you know, protect the weak are fallible. I thought it was done well. Yeah, there are some pretty badly written characters in there that are basically just, oh, I'm a Templar and therefore I'm evil. Ha 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 ha. Those were terribly written characters. I don't agree with that assessment or that interpretation. But, you know, there were definitely characters in there that were well written and established the fact that, or the idea that there are Templars that are just trying to do what's right, and the way that they've done what's right is by going to some pretty extreme, well, diving to pretty extreme methods, and ultimately it's made them villains. I did enjoy the Templar story. I will say I normally go with the mages. I normally side with the mages when I play Inquisition, but it has to be said, every time I've played and went with Templars, which actually I think I've only done like, I started one playthrough and was going to go with Templars, did their quest line, and then for whatever reason stopped playing. And then the more recent playthrough that I did, which was again still like a year ago at least, but I also went with Red Templars then and didn't finish. Cullen with his lyrium addiction, that was actually I thought that was a cool part of the game. I thought that was good character development. I think they could have handled it a little bit better, and they could have maybe expanded on it a little bit and made it so that there were consequences of the choices that would be made in regards to his addiction. Like, it would be really cool, for instance, let's say if you convince him to stop taking it, he has like a 15% chance of failing any war table operation while he's going through withdrawal. Like, that would be kind of, like, it's a nice little attention to detail. You're only a villain if you lose. History is written by the victors. 100%. Yeah. 100%. It's been that way since the beginning of time. The beginning of time itself. Yeah. Sad fact, but true. It is the true. A place has been reserved for you on the upper balcony, Kessler. Go to the upper floor.
Ah, yes. The upper floor. I don't go down on the lower floor with all the plebs. No, I'm a kind wayfaring paladin.
And also the Lord of Kednua. You're talking to me and you're walking away from me. We received word from Commander Cliver that you will be attending Kessler. The balcony has been open for you. Why are you talking to me as you walk away? That is so confusing. I thought you were talking to someone else. Good God. How long were you going to let me ramble before you announced that it was me you were talking to? Ooh. Hello. I see Solus as a Dragon Age Hitler. That's unfair so far. It might change in the next game. But so far, that's unfair. That's an unfair assessment. The next game will probably change that. The next game will probably make that the case. But yeah, that is an unfair assessment. And then I don't remember any genocide that he committed. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of House Dominel, casual watching with a predator's interest. Still elsewhere are the ramshackle dozens who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animancers in their academics' robes, with expressions either soured or concerned. I don't want to throw spoilers, but remember the spoilers? I don't remember. He just wants to restore the elves by killing them. I don't remember maybe it's just been a while since I've played, but I don't remember him. Like, he had a war against the old gods, so to speak. But I don't remember him. Like, I don't remember him killing to any extent other than further than other factions already have in the world. None of you care about spoilers. It's a good point. It's a very good point. But yeah, no, I'm kind of hesitant to use comparisons to like Hitler. I'm kind of hesitant to use those unless it's like truly at that extent. But again, I'm also of the opinion that there were definitely multiple figures throughout history that have been on that level, if not more. So, right, okay, so onwards we go.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
Ding dong dong.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
Is it spoilers if the game has been out for more than 5 years? See, if it were the case, it had been out for more than 5 years, which it definitely has been, and I was talking casually about it, then I wouldn't mind. But because I know, like, if I know that someone is playing through it, then that's like, if I know someone's playing through it, then I'm more hesitant to chat about it because it's just like I'm trying to be courteous, you know. But then again, Selby, are you actually still playing through it, or have you? I thought you quit. Didn't you quit playing it? Selby is a head mod. She says, no, she does not. No, she does not. Did you stop playing it because you fell out with it, or are you still playing it? Because I ain't gonna lie. If you stop playing it because you fell out with it and got bored of it, I feel like it's safe. I feel like it's safe for spoilers. Right, next up.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
Oh shit. Criminal overlord gets her say.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more. Animancy goes, or this country goes.
Jeez, Edric Morley. I'm assuming that he is the leader of the dozens. He is certainly outspoken. But what about when you play it? What do you mean? What about when I play it? Kess will never play Inquisition again. I'll definitely play Inquisition. Play Inquisition. But I've also played Inquisition a number of times, so I won't mind spoilers. But I also don't know. Can I put a no spoilers tag? For, I don't know if I could. I don't know if in good conscience I could put a no spoilers tag on Dragon Age Inquisition when I play through that eventually. Because I've already played through it so many times and I feel like it's so old at this point that, like, it's when I play what's a friggin' game that I've played that's fairly old? I mean, we talk about Baldur's Gate and a lot of those CRPGs when I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 on stream, and I don't have a problem with that. So I think it's kind of similar. Also, speaking of Dragon Age, there's a Netflix series. Yes, trash. I actually watched the trailer on stream about 3-4 weeks ago, maybe even longer. About 4 weeks ago, about a month ago. Looks really good. Looking forward to it. Yes, yes, yes. Yuck. Thanks for that, voices. Is the extra capitalization in the no spoilers tag a mistake or a meme I'm missing? Josh, it is 100% a mistake that I noticed and was immediately like, it'll do. I can't be bothered going back and retyping it. The annoying thing with the tags as well is, if I remove that tag and then I re-enter it, rather than going back to the top of the queue and showing up first for people, it goes to the bottom. So if I re-enter it, it messes up the order. And I think it's more important to have like no spoilers, no backseating, first playthrough as like the main tags, rather than my name or that I'm a Northerner. What's no Oilers mean? It means don't you be talking about what you do with oil in your private time on my stream, mister, okay? None of that fucking filthy, dirty talk, okay? I don't want it here. It's not allowed. No Oilers, okay? I hope I've made myself clear. Good. Anyway. Moving on.
So you admit, Master Barask, that animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand for it.
Yikes.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
I met a false patient in Brackenbury Sanatorium who had tampered with Azo's
refinery? Machinery.
The fuck's that even matter?
Got oil on the brain
These
now.
are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
So we have Rationale 2. Or Rational, should I say. But then I have Law 5. This is not the Bale Reach incident. This is a responsible scientist who was manipulated. How can you call him responsible? You saw the state of the science. That's a good point.
Horseshit. These animancers can't be trusted. Look at what happened in Heritage Hill. Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves.
But this is what you get when you don't give me good and bad. You give me just loads of shades of grey, and I'm like, oh, this looks good. And someone says, oh, that's terrible. And I go, okay, well, what about the next one? Oh, this one looks pretty good too. No, that one's also terrible. Okay, let's scan all the way through. Oh, what about this one? No, that's gonna terrible things will happen. Okay, well, I don't know what to do. No South Pennsylvania spoilers. What spoilers are there for South Pennsylvania? What spoilers? Does anything happen in South Pennsylvania? I'm assuming there must be something. Isn't that a baseball team in the US? Kessler hates baseball / baseballers. Heard it first. Yeah, I have, I'm going to be honest, I'm really having to bite my tongue right now, Trash, because every time I hear the mere mention of the sport that is baseball, I get so irrationally angry, and I have been known to yell some obscene things at baseball players. Some terrible things. Terrible things that I cannot repeat on stream. I'd get cancelled. You know? Baseball hate is one of the biggest problems in the world right now, and I hate to admit it, but I am definitely someone who is making those problems worse. His heart is full of hatred. His lich transformation has already begun. Murder them all to send a message to the others.
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
I'm going to be totally honest, guys. I'm losing track of whose side I'm on.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justiciar. You turn a blind eye, and look what happens.
I've been to Heritage Hill since the quarantine. Though the knights were unable to control the damage, it was not animancy, but an ancient machine that caused it. The Crucible Knights are blameless here. This is not the workings of animancy, but an ancient device in Tir Naunef. Let's just go with one.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
I'm honest. Viva la revolution! Ha ha! My word is my oath. God, I'm going full Chad right now. My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once.
Yeah. If she's a bitch, I'll tell her she's a bitch, okay? That's just the kind of guy I am. The rooms weren't very quiet right now. Are you guys actually agree? Moving on.
Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
It was horrible. The trees were speaking Vietnamese. Smoke flares as far as the eye could see. And of course, Tir Naunef houses an Engwyfin machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead. Ooh, mystery music. Ooh, we got a little bit of chatter from the audience there. A little bit of chatter from the audience. It's the good part of the play. Call Hamilton and get the lads. We are revolting. You're honest because you don't have enough skill to be anything else. I'm also rational. I'll have you know. And so because I'm so rational, I'll allow it. Do you think that was the machine's purpose or just a dire side effect? But then why would the Engwyfins build such a machine at all? Maybe they were rebelling against their god?
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Well, listen, I hate to be the smart guy in the room, but I don't think their presence proved cause. This testimony is not evidence. It's just a guess.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
I think my argument was much more compelling than that, but okay.
You're missing the point. Everywhere there's animancers, there's disaster.
Yeah, but like, the country is going to shit. Deerwood is going to shit right now. It's not because there's animancers. It's just going to shit. You know, you could do that about any group of people in the Deerwood right now. You could say that like chimney sweeps are causing the country to go to shit. Just because there's a lot of chimney sweeps, there might not be a lot of chimney sweeps in the Deerwood. I don't know, but you know, you could point at chimney sweeps and say, look, everywhere they are, it's going to shit, and you wouldn't be wrong. However, you would be incorrect in your surmisation that the chimney sweeps are what's causing it to go to shit.
We all know what Whitewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't mention the war, okay? He mentioned it once, and I think he got away with it, but don't mention the war. Wrong bridge indeed. Thanks, Durant.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
I need to put the stream on mature content only, I think. Fucking chimney sweeps. Yeah, chimney sweeps. Ancient high-tech civilization, says Vildraxis. That's a popular theme on mystery shows. It is, isn't it? I've been watching X-Files lately, so I really do think that's the case. I believe Tywin Lannister once said, there is nothing more dangerous in this world than a truly honest man. Didn't he say that about Ned Stark? And I agree with him.
I'm dangerous. Ha ha ha.
Is it, though?
probably
Should we
just
not
painted a
take
big
the time to reach a clear
marker on my head.
conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
Listen, are we really going to listen to a Dominel? We all know they're fucking criminal scumbags. Okay? Okay, the rooms went oddly silent again.
My son and daughter are buried
Never mind.
beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs, he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker.
Right. Maybe I'm missing something here, but what does that have to do with the Hollowborn crisis? His son slipped in the bathtub. His daughter died in her sleep. I feel like he just did the Pillars of Eternity equivalent of going on, you know, a talent show, such as, I don't know, the X Factor, and telling a sob story, and then pleading his case afterwards.
Enough, Hadret. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate?
Boom.
Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
It's the Leaden Key, I'm telling you. It's the Leaden Key. I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist. I know what I'm talking about. Barely. The grieving mother reaches towards you. Reaches towards your mind with hers. Bring order to the chaos here. I can. Fucking hell, my words have never had such a dramatic effect. Too much fuck in this dialogue, lol. Whenever there's fuck in a game, it's for the edge. You know, Vildraxis, you say that, but I did actually notice that he was saying a absolute metric shit ton. It was so jarring the first time he used it in dialogue. It was like, oof, wow, he just dropped an F-bomb. I don't know how I feel about the F-bomb being used in Pillars of Eternity. He couldn't cough the water up because he was Hollowborn. I mean, I feel like that's a leap, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I mean, you've came to that conclusion, but what if his son wasn't Hollowborn? And the only reason he said what he said was because he knew people would jump to the conclusion that his son was Hollowborn. And therefore, he didn't tell a lie. He just told the truth. And then everybody else just made their minds up based on what he said. Could be that he's a scumbag. If you're hollow on the inside, you hold water and end up drowning. I mean, we're all hollow on the inside, right? Who is now jumping to conclusions. Listen, I just don't trust the guy. He's very yelly, he's very angry, and it looks as though he's wearing a very low-cut V-neck. You can never trust a guy in a very low-cut V-neck. Guys, if you wear V-neck shirts or V-neck t-shirts, whatever, and the V goes lower than this, something's wrong. You're not trustworthy, okay? Some guys wear V-neck t-shirts that go all the way down just above their belly button. You can't trust a guy like that. You can't.
Right idea, Watcher. Taking this hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Waidwin's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Cain Manezo's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. People, hear me! This is not the right voice. Hear me! I have seen them in the ruins of Eglanfaf. I have fought them on the beaches, on the landing grounds, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls, near towns like Gilded Vale and Deerford, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn.
Where was the dramatic music out there?
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
Oh my god. You want to see crazy? Yeah? Make one more comment just like that. Come on, bitch. Do it. Do it. Oh boy.
Yeah, well, if he did, for your husband's sake, I hope he at least left the brothel unlocked.
Oh, geez, we can't go full scumbag, can we? We can't go full scumbag. We're a kind wayfarer. We're a kind wayfarer. Ooh. Why are like 4 out of 6 of these responses Omega sass? I think because this moment calls for sass like no other moment in the game has. But Kessler is not a sassy boy. He's a kind wayfarer. And so I will simply say, you shame your knightly order by dismissing the truth before hearing it. Madame, I expected better from a knight of the Crucible.
You must know, friend, that the leaden key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Let's say, why is there so much of this sort of dialogue in this one specific encounter? There's been none of this prior to now. Let's say a lord is cuckolded by his wife. If he tells her to stop, she'll only want her lover more. But if he spreads a rumour that her lover has just visited a brothel and acquired a pox on his loins, she'll end it on her own. I've encountered no selectable dialogue like this up until this point. There's been a little bit of spice, but like, where's this coming from? Act 1 is ending spicy. Gee whiz. We all want the same thing here. We want Wade Wynn's legacy. No. I'm honest for a reason, guys, okay? I'm honest for a reason. If you know anything about me, you know this. I've been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence that you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
Boom. I am the evidence. I am the one who speaks. I am the one who truths. You can call me, if the one who knocks was Heisenberg, would I be Kessenberg? Kesslerberg? Kesselberg? I don't know.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You are way too shouty. I don't know what direction you were given in the voiceover booth, but surely it cannot have required this level of yelling and anger. Calm down.
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
Here's the thing. The Knights of the Crucible weren't actually all that useful in my investigation. With an honest rating of at least 3, I feel like I've got to tell the truth. And, you know, even if the truth happens to be that I'm blowing my own trumpet, like a master trumpeter, I took a personal interest in the matter and tried to learn what I could. I did this all by myself.
Indeed.
Yep.
This land is foreign to you, unless I miss my guess. Your efforts on its behalf are to be commended.
I'm a pretty fucking great guy. Did I mention I'm a kind wayfarer? I have killed many people, but I am still a kind wayfarer.
But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
I'm getting very used to the idea of Liam O'Brien being my overlord and having a true conversation. Learning to speak like an Aes Sedai. Oh my god. Yeah, they never lie. They never lie. Sometimes they don't tell full truths, but they never lie. Oh my god. What a reference. The honesty rating is 3 out of 100. Don't say that. No. Oh jeez. You're going to get me to pick? Listen, I'm just the evidence. I'm the one who truths. You know, I'm the one who truths. I'm not the one. Listen, they don't pay me to... I hate to spin it on its head, guys, but I am paid to read, not to lead. It's you know, I'm spinning it entirely on its head because, you know, the reference that comes from in the Simpsons movie, he actually is paid to, he says he's paid to lead, not to read. And it's true, he is paid to lead, not to read. Whereas I read a lot. I don't lead so much. You're just getting used to Liam whispering in your ear. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. It's your decision. Ooh. I would allow animancers to continue their work. They explore questions we all wish to understand. If we'd known more, perhaps this crisis could have been averted. Okay, so far that's looking like a reasonably strong one, but I really do think that it should be policed in some way. It should be monitored. They shouldn't just be allowed to go wild with animancy studies. Animancy should be studied in Deerwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will. I don't like the idea of that. The idea of, like, that's basically the whole argument for the, you know, the atom bomb. And like nuclear armament. The animancers of Deerwood have been given too long a leash. The practice should be restricted and controlled. I kind of, even though that doesn't necessarily sound like the option I've been arguing for, a little bit of control on it would probably work. In truth, I'm not completely confident animancy doesn't have something to do with Wadewynn's legacy. It would be wise to ban the practice, at least for now. Nope. And yeah, so basically 4 and 5 are not me. God. The thing is, this is going to backfire badly, I think. The reason I've been invited here by the Crucible Knights is because I was supposed to be like, yeah, animancy should be unrestricted. We should just do whatever we want with animancy. And now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, listen, the animancers of Deerwood have been given too long a leash. The practice should be restricted and controlled. And just who would regulate it? Charlatans like Azo or fools like Ethelmore, clueless as to what goes on within their own walls?
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest.
I don't know if that's going to be a good ending. Oh, Hax. Good night, sir. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Oh, boy. At least you got to see the ending of Act 1. I think we'll be finishing
I want to
here
thank the delegations for helping me to collect my thoughts. In particular, I want to thank our new delegate, who has given me much to think about, and who alerted me to a new enemy I had failed to see.
I alerted Liam O'Brien to a new enemy he hadn't seen. Wonderful. I'm free most Thursdays, guys. You can invite me to come and play D&D on you know, on that little, what's their channel called again? That little channel that they have, you know, they're like up and coming streamers, aren't they? They're like, you know, they're kind of, you know, like they're the underdog, aren't they? You know, I really wish them all the best. Small time streamers like them that, you know, stream D&D. What's it called? Critical Hole? God, I can't remember. Either way, they could invite me on. I would, you know, as a favor to them, I would definitely go and play D&D with them. Could be really fun. What's the DM called again? I hear he's pretty good. You could probably learn a thing or two, but supposedly he's pretty good. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Anyway,
the time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
Right, hear me out. Forget about... Never mind. No. Let's just hear him out.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood. Step forward.
Oh, please don't cut his head off or something.
Your Grace.
Who's this? Wait, that's not going to be...
It occurs to me
Is that Theos?
That my concerns about animancy may not outweigh its value.
No! No, no,
Forgive
he's not
me,
going to...
Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
No, is he going to try and kill the fucking Duke?
No! Avenge the Duke!
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
I did not see that coming.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you?
I am going to kill you
Another
and skin you alive and wear you as a man suit. Okay, just like you've been wearing other people as a man suit. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, apparently I'm taking a nap. Ah, fuck. I thought we were done with the killing. I didn't think I was going to have to, you know, oh, here I go killing again. Oh, I thought we'd found a peaceful solution. Never mind. The words, "Shall I end it for you?" ring in your ears. You find yourself grasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
He talks up here, doesn't he? Theos stands at a pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide, circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone moor. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like a melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet, for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
I'm not gonna lie, I was somewhat surprised myself with the quality of my Theos impression. I didn't think I had it in me, you know? Sometimes you just need a little push off the edge of the cliff. Okay, that's probably getting clipped. Anyway. Her eyes are barely open and her words come between strangled breaths, but they are steady, unbroken. We heard her say it. She said the words. Theos is a cheeky little scamp. He's such a little trickster, isn't he?
So be it.
I feel like
You
he's like
desire
Lucy
no
from
end,
Crit
you
Roll.
shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
Redemption, redemption, redemption.
Weird echo in here, huh? He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Kessler was granted Dominion of the Sleepers. What kind of insomniac ability is that? You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. The grieving mother hovers over you with wide, fearful eyes. We are surrounded by spirits of rage and fear. We must flee. Off to one side, you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you. But first, it's too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only. She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please, find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor. Still. Oh, dearie me. Oh, fuckety shit. Let's run. Run. Sidley, what the fuck are you? Don't go out there. There's rioting in the streets. Where am I supposed to go? The waxmaker. Ah, yes. Just the right time to deal with the waxmaker, of course. How far is that building off? A day and 5 hours, okay. Is this one of those stories where you have like a murderous imaginary friend and at the end it turns out you were just a serial killer all along? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's already obvious that we had some sort of... We had a pretty strong tie to the Leaden Key in a past life. I think we were probably an extremist in a past life, and we're going to have to maybe come to terms with that throughout the game. Out I go. Wait, should I have went and looted the Duke's body? Door was probably locked, right? Probably wouldn't have let me loot it. Oh, shiza. Okay. The city is now on fire. Wow. Look at this. Wow, wow. Holy shit. Okay. Yep. We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. And, oh, can't get into the Crucible Keep. Yikes. Wait. It didn't ask me where I wanted to go. Run fast, run far. We need to go and speak to Lady Hadret. Oh. Okay, there's only one way we can go. Animance's boots. Well, I thought that was going to be the end of the act. I think maybe the end of the... Oh, fuck. Oh, no. They burnt down the fucking sanitarium. We hate to see it. We hate to see it. Oh, shite. What about House Dominel? As long as House Dominel is burning, then I'll be happy. It's surprisingly not burning. Well, that's a shame. Oh, jeez. Fireball the commoners, you have it prepared. I am not fireballing the innocents. The innocent rioters. God, that feels kind of bad. Oh, God. No. You cannot be allowed.
Good day, stranger.
I recognize you. You were the one that spoke up at the hearing. What were you just doing? I got a few of the Animances out of the building through the back. A lot of them didn't make it, though. Wait. Aren't you of the dozens? Why would you be helping Animances? I was. The things I heard at the hearing today, though, he shakes his head. I had it all backwards. If it was good enough for the Duke, it was good enough for me. I don't care if an Animancer did kill him. It doesn't mean we're going to hold them all responsible. Oh my god, you are so... You are like the most understanding person I've encountered in the game. This guy should be the protagonist. He gets it. This. He gestures at the flames behind him isn't what we're supposed to be about. Listen, I've got to go, but you are going to go places, okay? I'm voting for you as the next Duke. What's your name? You're not named, so you're probably going to die off screen. He nods. Get out of sight. Wait this thing out. Good luck, friend. Ah, fuck. They are not innocent. They set fire to buildings. They're murderers and arsonists. Well, I mean, we don't know specifically. Like, let's take a wander over here. Do we know for certain this person murdered? Or committed arson? Do I know this person did it? I don't. And therefore, I'm not going to go... I'm not going to be judge, jury, and executioner. I just want to get back to Cadnua. And, maybe finish beautifying the keep. Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. They've been in here as well? Oh, no. That fucker at the top still has a burning torch in his hand. Hey, it's nighttime. Might need it to see. You don't know that it's a weapon. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no, I've seen it already. No. Oh, she was gonna drink with me. Oh, I mean, it turned out Lady Webb wasn't really an attractive woman. She was like, 500 years old, wrinkly as fuck. But I mean, this Kess doesn't have to be picky, does he? Oh, this feels bad. I am looting their corpses, yes. They've got so much fucking money on them. Oh. Oh, dearie me. Oh. Ooh, 15. Nice. 6 silver. Great stuff. What about you? Yeah, 3 silver. So can I steal from here now without anyone getting pissed? I should probably leave it, right? Ah, fuck. Come on, Kess, cats and dogs learn faster. That's very easy for someone who's already played the game to say. Innocent until proven guilty. Exactly. Exactly. I will not take that because it is stealing. Oh, Lady Webb. I thought we were going to have a romantic drink. And instead, you're dead. You're dead. Somebody came in here. It was probably Theos. And he fucking shanked you. Shanked. Shanked. You guys heard what I said. Wasn't the other word that sounds kind of similar. He fucking shanked you. We were going to have a nice little, you were going to open up to me about your feelings. I was going to be like, I'm a big macho warden of Cadnua, but, oopsie daisy. The decline from all this is sad to I feel bad looting their bodies to can I lift everything in this building was lightning fast. Listen, I'm a practical guy. Her corpse is still what? Voices, I don't think you quite understand what romantic means. Oh, Lady Webb lies still in her bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pool beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests. Oh, that was the glass she was going to hand me as I walked in. She was going to be like, take a sip. It's wonderful. And I was going to be like, oh, it's fucking delicious. Give me the bottle. Oh, no. She's fucking dead. Everyone's dead. What? Why did this game go to... The game was already depressing, but now everybody's dying. And now it's more depressing. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your ken. Reach out for it. Reach for it. Reach out and touch me. Oh. Oh, you make contact and are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. Shit. A torrent of sensory input and experience. Wow. Sounds kind of cool. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying in bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. That's how it should have been. This is just my imagination. This isn't me seeing through her eyes. This is just what I thought was going to happen. Through the walls from the streets outside come the sounds of screams and shattering glass and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip and it warms your gullet. Across the room, the door opens behind. A patient, steady push. Into the room walks... I'm going to kill him. I'm going to skin him. And I'm going to wear his suit as a man skin. His skin as a man... His skin as a man suit. Fuck! I'm going to wear his skin as a man suit. Jesus. The floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
They're oddly familiar with each other.
No worse than any.
You are concentrating, focusing with all your energy. It feels as though you are diving into a stone wall over and over. I'm fucking streaming in the just chatting category. Anyway, it feels as though you are diving into a stone wall over and over. But it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
He replaces the brandy bottle on the table with care before approaching the bedside. He sits on the edge of the bed next to you. His words come freely, absent of all doubt. He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theo slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through. Layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop your glass to the floor. You hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both of yours. A question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answer comes, simple, cataclysmic, in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you've searched for all your life. But in your own mind, her understanding lies just beneath your reach. Just beyond your reach, sorry. You look at Theos with the wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time and draw your last breath as a black velvety darkness descends over you. I have just realized that we just completed Act 2, not Act 1. So Act 1 must have actually been Radric's Keep. So this was Act 2. Jeez, we've only got one act of the game left. We are closer to the end than I thought. Jesus.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenberry Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hadret House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the leaden key itself.
I am... colour me interested, because I am totally just kind of awestruck right now at everything that just happened. And realising that that was the end of Act 2 and not Act 1. Ah, jeez. There's great lore content in Act 3. Will it top that? I mean, I feel like this game just goes from strength to strength. Wait. Is Defiance Bay just, like, totally off limits now? Fuck. The floods have receded. The pass through Stormall Gorge is open. Finally, even the villages are better than this. Fuck, Defiance Bay's just gone. Dramatic events, Act 2, not 1. Stuck in just chatting. So many revelations. I know. Nobody told me I was in just chatting. As you cross the bridge, Alof draws up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast a shivering, flickering light across one half of his face. The other is in darkness.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
That's not Alof, is it? Go ahead.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you.
Oh no,
up to this
that sounds like
point.
Alof.
When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of animancy, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his Earl. At that time, it was enough. In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers, the Leaden Key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believe they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on animancy in the region.
Are you fucking shitting me?
A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed the way you saw. At the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
What the effing F did you want from me?
I needed some kind of direction. After that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the hooded figures in the machine, and I was sure you were on the trail of the Leaden Key.
Son of a bitch.
And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected.
Oh, you think?
I knew the Leaden Key was trying to stop animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. And now the whole city is up in flames.
You know, it's weird, but betrayal and lies from Matt Mercer's mouth, somehow that softens the blow. Somehow.
I'm still not sure about animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
But how do I know that he's not, like, double bluffing me? And it's like, he's revealed this so that he can stay in the pie and gather evidence, or information, should I say. I forgive you, Alof, but I want you beside me, not behind me. I'm not asking you to trade one master for another.
That would be an honor.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, people do, like, kind of... people can change. I think that it just takes a lot of personal growth to change. But with the example of Alof, don't think he actually knew that he was doing anything bad. You know? I don't think he knew that he was doing anything bad. I think he just, you know, he had his ideals, and his ideals were sort of used to manipulate him into working with the Leaden Key. Yeah. Ah, geez. So we can now cross the Stormwall Gorge and get over this side of the map. We could also go to the White March, but I think we'll save that for later. But, you know, regardless of all those things we could do, we're not doing them now, because this is the end of the stream. Oh boy. Let me go ahead and do a little savey save. So, Cass is too blinded by his crush on Matt Mercer to see clearly. Vildraxis speaks sense and says, I like Alof. He is ambitious, though. Voices says, yep, every time Marsa has a line, he's making googly eyes. I actually think I've made more comments about Liam O'Brien voicing characters in this than I have about Matt. Or Mr. Mercer, as I should call him. You need a heavy drink first. I need several heavy drinks after that, I think. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm still debating what I'm going to do. I realize Adair also wants to talk to me. I'm going to have to wait, Adair. Yeah, I might play something totally different. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Or I might do some more Pillars. Or I might do some more Baldur's Gate. I'll see how I feel. I will see how I feel. But yeah, I think Friday. I think we'll do some Pillars and then we'll do some Baldur's Gate. Tomorrow, we will see. Either way, guys, thanks for coming along. Aren't you excited about finishing up the game? Act 3. Oh, Act 3 is really short, is it? Ah, okay. I didn't realize that it was like any shorter than the other acts. But if that's the case, yikes. We might power through and try and get... Oh, boy. Like, if I'm not doing regular streams, like scheduled streams over the next couple of weeks, I don't know, maybe I could get through the game over the course of this week's streams and then the odd stream. Oh, yeah, I do still have the White Marches. That's a good point. But I think they're only like... I think they're an extra 30 hours of content or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Could be way off of that. But either way, that's something I'll have to think about then. Guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. I certainly did. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. and Friday at 6 p.m. If anything changes with that, I will post in the Discord. For those of you who are watching and haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that follow button. And if you've already done that, then why not join the Discord? Because it is the best place to know when I'm going to be streaming. Best place to find out when I'm streaming, what I'm streaming, and also to just kind of stay up to date with what's going on in the community. What everyone else is doing, what I'm doing, all those sorts of things. The Endless Dungeon. Yeah, I'm still not sure what that one is. But yeah, guys, thank you. I will see you tomorrow, possibly. Well, I'll be here. I don't know if you will. That's my point. But either way, see you on the flippity flip. Of course. Keep on keeping on. Stay safe, be happy, and of course, guys, of course, goodbye for now. Boop.